What's up, dude?
Hello.
What's going on, friend?
How are you?
Pretty good, man.
Doing all right.
Pretty good. Actually, you might think that I wore these silly socks today, but no, I didn't. I forgot all
that
about
wasn't
the
on
podcast.
purpose.
No. These are I have like tiers of my favorite socks. These are probably like level 3.
Out of how many tiers?
About 5 or 6.
Oh.
Yeah. I have like 5 different
These
species
are average,
of sock.
these are medium socks for you.
Yeah, they're hospital socks. They have grip.
Ooh, that's
So,
nice.
It's nice.
With those comfy shoes?
Oh, dude, it's crazy.
I'm wearing my cool Notre Dame.
Dude.
Basically, I'm on the team at this point.
You look like the Heisman Trophy itself, dude. Dude,
I'm not even touching.
You're flexible, bro.
Dude. I am flexible. I can suck my own dick.
Dude. You're about to get roasted.
Rogies got in trouble for saying it. Well, you didn't get in trouble, but everybody thinks.
Why would they use that against you?
It's funny to make fun of somebody for a joke they made.
Yeah.
To be like, yeah, I'm fat. And then people be like, yo, he's fat. Oh, it's like, dude, you can't make fun of Rogies for the joke he made.
Yeah, dude.
He said something silly.
He might be able to, too.
I believe him.
Yeah, I don't think he would lie.
He said, I think he did it.
He said he got it close.
He said he wanted to get it close, so he knew he could do it.
I think he tapped a closed mouth. I think he did just a drill where it was like, yeah, all right, I'm in.
Yeah. In a bind. I have this in my back pocket.
Yeah, dude.
Planes going down?
Dude. That's kind of what they tell you. That's still what they tell you to do.
What? Try to...
When you look at the diagram, that you basically try to suck your own dick before you die. Everyone in the picture, their face is like right down in their lap.
Oh, yeah, true.
Yeah, that's what we're supposed to do.
I don't listen to those anymore. They bother me.
I always go
those
through.
Announcements are so fucking annoying.
Yeah, they're pretty brutal.
Like in a case of a water accident, it's like, dude, if there's a plane crash in the water, we're just dead.
We're fried, bro.
Knock it off.
Yeah. Yeah, I read the every time we fly, when I fly with Maya, I pull the thing out and I read the story of people crashing to Maya. Like, and then the plane went down and everyone was swimming in a raft.
Yeah,
they do. Like, a baby floated by itself.
A lot of them do cool videos.
They
have like a cool video showing you a plane accident.
Do they really now?
No, they don't show the plane crash, but they're like, in case of an emergency. And it's like a diversity group, like. It's like a commercial group of models that would be in commercials. Yeah. Are like, oh, in case of a horrific plane accident,
yeah, some hot babe calmly.
Yeah, they should show what it's like. They should show real footage.
They should, or just like a movie.
It should be like, yo, this could happen.
Yeah, but get ready. Like, I hope it doesn't, but just so you know,
here's 9/11 footage.
When you guys were bitching about taking off 15 minutes late, here's what could happen.
This is something.
That's why we check shit and kind of wait. So we don't crash into a plane.
Yeah. I don't like when they're willy-nilly.
Yeah, dude, you want to rush?
I like them to take their time.
Me too.
If I'm sitting on the tarmac for like 3 hours, I'm like, good.
Yep, exactly.
Please check this thing the fuck out.
Dude, the full oil change.
It's funny. I was on a plane yesterday, and while I was taking a piss, I was like, right on the other side of this is just death. Yeah. It's pretty funny.
Nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like...
I crapped on a plane.
What? You finally did?
I crapped on a plane, dude. On the way out to San Diego, I took a dump.
Dude, it's the best.
I never sat down and flushed. That's a wild feeling.
Wait, what?
I was sitting down. I didn't want the turd to lay on the steel, the open, the prison toilet that I was using. And so I was flushing as turds were coming out.
Oh, really? You were dropping them one by one?
I didn't.
You were carpet bombing.
Yeah, I had to. You can't leave a turd on the.
Sure you can, dude.
Bro, that's crazy.
You're a customer of their aircraft.
I understand that. But there's other customers.
You gotta be comfortable.
It's not like when you fart on it. The fart smells that come out on the flight are so funny, dude. Just everyone just farting and like no one's gonna know. Mm-hmm. But a dump coming from the front. Everybody knows, especially I'm walking.
Pilots catching that.
Pilots are like, what the hell? What the hell is that? I said, I dumped hard on the aircraft. It was, yeah. But
you're flushing nonstop. People probably appreciate it.
Yeah.
You took a crap?
A crapula. I dug through the ditches up there. And actually, this is good. You're going to like this. On the flight back, I sat next to a severely autistic man.
What?
Yeah. He was wild. He's Arabic.
Yeah.
Autistic man. That was like, as he was coming down the aisle, he was like, I heard him yell. He's like, somebody's in my seat. I was like, holy shit, who is this? It was so loud I could hear it over my music, and he was at the front of the plane. Took it out to watch him. I was the guy in the seat. And he was like, excuse me, you're in seat B. I am in seat B. And I was like, I think it's, and the guy in front of me was like, no, that's B. And I was like, All right. I was like, do you want to just sit there? And he's like, I can't. My luggage. I was like, all right, I'll move. I'll move. It's not a big deal. And I sat there the whole flight, dude. This guy was screaming.
What?
He got a sandwich. He was like, it's frozen. And the stewardess was like, it can't be frozen. I know it's not frozen. He's like, my sandwich is frozen. And she was like, everybody else ate their sandwich and it wasn't a big deal. He's like, maybe they ate frozen sandwiches. It was crazy.
He's an absolute hero.
He was a hero, but he was having fun. He was excited.
Oh my
Dude,
God.
he spent 45 minutes easily just up in the front with the stewardesses talking about planes and shit.
Jesus Christ.
And then he came back and sat next to me and turned on his fucking light. And it was first class, dude. You know me. You know me and the autistic dudes fly first. Yeah. He had a spotlight on his fucking laptop for no reason. I was fuming.
Fuck, dude.
And then he was screaming, dude. Screaming the whole flight.
Dude, I saw the ultimate fat battle on a flight not too long ago.
Whoa.
It was this lady was questionably should have paid an extra ticket in front of this other guy who was also a large dude.
Yes. You witnessed the battle I had that one time.
Dude, this was another level. I'm pretty sure the dude was banded up too. I think he had braces on. So the guy, he had like arm braces and he's sitting in the back.
Wait, what?
There was a fucking like seriously hefty lady.
What do you mean arm braces?
Like wrist. He had like the rollerblade pads.
Oh.
So he's at least one. He had at least one wrist brace.
He had his bowling, yeah.
Yeah, bowling gear.
Yeah.
So he said, like, travel in case you're flying, you need to keep the wrist on good. So he's sitting there, he's geared up. A lady goes to try to put her seat back and he just goes, that might have been what the braces were for. Hits her with the fucking power fists. And dude, this lady's rocking him, trying to get back. Dude, he was like the whole entire flight. It was a 2.5 hour flight. He had one hand, he'd put his knee up, he would constantly switch, and he'd read a book with his other hand. And she would every now and again go like this, and he would just go. And his
oh my God.
Double fister. Dude, it was the best shit I've ever seen.
I have engaged in this battle. Not that hard though.
Dude,
I'll fucking put a knee as hard as I can into the seat.
He held it, dude.
Occasionally.
She
just
never
to give
got
him
back.
Fucking...
She never reclined. He held the wall.
That's incredible.
The whole flight, dude. And he would just go reading a book, switch hands, and then he would kind of loosen up and it would start to come back, and he would just go bam.
Oh, dude,
held it the whole time.
That's exciting
a big
to watch.
Dog too.
That's fun to watch.
Dude, he was right next to us.
A big dog, a big female dog like that, she would not like that.
Oh, dude, she was furious.
They hate any inconvenience. Big fat.
She probably couldn't breathe.
She probably couldn't breathe.
She probably had to recline
hunched,
to breathe.
Yeah, hunched forward.
Yeah, dude. That's right on your diaphragm.
And then a bro holding the line, dude. No chance.
It was so fucking
perfect
funny.
pass protect, by the way.
Oh, it was insane.
That's a no lineman.
It was insane, dude. She never broke 90 degrees. He wouldn't give her an inch.
That's what it's about.
Because they did come back.
It's a line of scrimmage. She was a nose guard. You saw a nose tackle versus a fucking classic tackle.
Dude. And he would hit so fucking hard. Can we pause real quick? I forgot I ordered food. I'm so sorry.
You ordered more food?
I ordered food for the homestead.
But your body makes me crazy. Ugh.
Yeah, we're on.
Sick.
Hilarious.
What are we talking about? Dude, the guy holding
We're
the line.
talking about the flight. Yeah.
Guy holding the line.
Sorry about that, by the way.
Oklahoma drilled with a fat lady on a plane. That's fucking sick.
Wouldn't stop. Dude.
One-on-one
He
drills.
was even like holding his own next to the person next to him. He was like keeping airspace to the right, making sure he didn't get invaded to the armrest. He was fighting on two fronts.
Yeah, he's like
he was on the northern. He was on the northern and the eastern front.
Yes,
fighting two battles simultaneously.
It's crazy.
While reading a book, he was fighting leg space to this way and then being like, it was unbelievable.
I mean, I respect it. I get on there and I that's all I think about.
Some guys pay for first class. Some guys earn it.
True. First class isn't given, dude. It's earned.
It's earned,
and
dude.
that guy earned it.
He turned coach into Comfort Plus, dude.
Yeah, really. He's like, how much is Comfort Plus? $100? I got that. I'll save $100 and just create space, dude. It's nice to do that. You got to create space with the Defender.
Dude, so you went to a rave.
Shout out to the EC twins, dude.
Damn,
EC twins all day.
Dude, being in the age of internet, twins are like an automatic ticket to success. Island Boys.
The Island Boys.
There was those two white guys that were like twin.
Those two black Republican twins. Oh shit.
Yeah, those guys. If you're a twin, you're gonna crush.
Oh my god.
Probably gonna make at least $500,000 a year if you just start anything online. But hey, we're
twins.
twins.
They were the EC twins. They were talking to me because they're fans of the podcast, and they were talking about how they're road dogs.
Oh.
They're not like world famous DJs. They get big gigs sometimes, but they're like, we're similar like to comics. Like we got a
big gig. That
was a good gig. It wasn't. It looked great in that video.
Oh, okay.
It wasn't like a huge rave.
Gotcha.
But they went hard, dude. They put on a show.
Yeah, and they're working to please a lot of babes. Dude. That's babe paradise, dude. Just what you showed me of like, ba 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 ba.
Dude, I got
ba.
there. All right, so I didn't know they were in town. They didn't know I was in town, but they were driving to their venue, which happened to be right around the corner.
Yeah.
And they were like, they're from Manchester, so it's hilarious. They filmed the line outside of my show, and they're like, "Is this for you, for fucking Shane Gillis? Oh, Shane, come to our show, mate." After that, I was like, "Yeah, come to mine first." So they came to my show first. And it was funny. I could see him in the back. Like, you know how you can't see anybody? I could see their 2 cowboy hats at the silhouette. I was like, that has to be the DJs.
Holy fuck.
But then we went over after, and the rave had already started.
Sick.
So I get in there, and they brought me onto the DJ stand, and we're like, "This is the best fucking comedian in the world, Shane Gillis." And it's just a bunch of 22-year-old girls that were like, woo! they had no clue who I was, except one lady. So this dude, one dude was there who knew who I was. So there's a booth, you saw the picture I showed you. There's a booth right next to the DJ stand with like, "That's for you. That's the VIP section."
Nice.
I was wearing a classic LL Bean.
You had the bean on.
I was wearing the bean and just.
So you were raved out.
I looked like a father. I was just drinking Coors Lights with my arms crossed. Like, what the fuck is going on here? But after they did that, this dude came up and asked for a picture. And then this black lady who clearly had no idea who I was like, "Can I get a picture?" And I was like, "Yeah, of course." But I knew she didn't know, but she was from me to you. She, like, the booth, I was sitting on the booth, and she was on the other side of like a rope.
Yeah.
And just faced me the rest of the night and stared at me. And was like, "Hey, can you let the DJs know it's Veterans Day? Can you have them shout out Veterans Day?"
Okay.
I was like, "Yeah,
Hell
for
yeah.
sure." She was like, "I'm a veteran." And I was like, "Oh, nice." And she was like, "I took 2 bullets for this." She showed me 2 bullet wounds. And I was like, "Okay, great. Yeah, I'll tell them."
Did you
She
get her
just faced me and dancing with a guy grinding on her, just like looking at me. And she was like, "I got shot twice for this country." And I was like, "Thank you."
What?
Yeah. She was like an older lady too.
Damn.
It was just one geese. Like, well, she wasn't geese, but she was old.
Yeah, she wasn't. Yeah.
And I mean, she was old enough to have gotten shot in Iraq twice.
Damn, dude.
So she got shot probably in like 2003.
And came back here and just put that ass on
and then
someone
it's
on the
just
dance
like
floor.
putting the ass on someone, letting the British DJs know today's Veterans Day.
Yeah, dude.
Please shout out the troops right now.
Did they?
I didn't relay the message. I was like, I'm not going to interrupt you. They're like fucking doing the like. Everybody.
true.
I wasn't going to be like. The crazy lady in the front wants you guys to announce it's Veterans Day.
It's also not troop vibe.
Not troop vibe at all.
It's good vibes only.
It's 21-year-old girls dancing.
Yeah,
you don't want to be like, "Hey, remember our fallen."
True.
Like,
yeah, they're all in a bunch of ecstasy, fucking Molly.
but yeah,
like,
the babes, it's crazy.
it's insane.
They're
I mean, that's Woo Central, dude. Fucking woo.
literally, that's what they did in between like songs. They would go woo. Like,
Yeah. It's not. That's never any Snapchats of just being like, woo.
yeah. It was actually really fun.
I bet.
And like, I didn't really get hammered. I just sat there and looked at people. It was fun to look at people and say, "Can I have another Coors Light, please?"
Just chill.
And just sit there in my bean. Dude, the bean was on.
Dude, they're probably getting crushed with that though.
The bean? I mean, just a dude sitting next to the DJ table, like
In the bean.
beamed out on him, dude.
Your body is driving me crazy. Ugh. Did you see that video? Did you see that video?
No. But yes, hold on. I will say, you encapsulated the night perfectly. Their bodies are driving me crazy, dude. And I was just in a bean going, "Ugh, dude."
Dude, no, please buy that.
What is this?
Type in Garden Valley football coach sex with student. Dude,
Oh, they're reading texts.
did you
Your
Billy
body's
show you
driving
that?
me crazy. No,
Dude, he showed us.
they can't read texts, dude.
Dude,
It's too
they're
mean.
reading his texts, and it's like the first ones are like, "Man, wish you're here right now, but I probably should behave myself anyway."
Yeah.
All right, dude. The third one is like, "Your body is driving me crazy." The news reporter is like, "And your body is driving me crazy." Ugh. It's UGH.
Oh, fuck. That's a nightmare.
Let me say, we'll have to fast forward to the video, but yeah,
Read
Dude.
some of those texts.
dude, I'm gonna fast forward all the way too if you can. Keep the volume down a little. Fast forward to where they get the text, and we'll play the audio from the text. It's so funny.
Man.
Billy put us onto it. We all went to my brother Kevin's. We had like a low key bachelor party. He's getting married. Small ceremony.
I was receiving texts.
Did you get
I
him?
couldn't believe you were awake from you.
Oh, bro, I was fucked up, dude.
Yeah.
I didn't think I was that fucked up. That was a problem.
You got drunk.
I was drunk and high.
Man.
I ate a weed gummy to
Oh, you
start
got to drive
off.
tonight.
That's fine.
Dang.
I'll be totally sober, dude. I'll be dark chocolate. If I get, if they have a test for dark
Force
chocolate.
one of the boys to drive so you can get some booze in you.
I can have a couple, bro. I was on Rainbow Road on Saturday, just fine.
Nice.
But yeah, dude, I got a weed gummy off the bat, so I didn't do anything. I ate it early, and by the time we got down there, we were in like Kennett Square. It nailed me. But on the way down, Billy was playing those clips, dude. They're so fucking funny.
Oh man,
your body is driving me crazy.
Do you remember that guy? He was a Miami Dolphins like O-line coach that got fired.
Which
He filmed a video of him like doing lines of coke, and and he was like, "I wish I was doing this off your pussy." It was right before like a team meeting.
Dude, this is. I mean, you're already going down.
Yeah, your wife.
Wow, you are a very sexy young lady. In another exchange, Barbara said, quote, "You could have been here, but it's all good. I shouldn't tempt myself anyway." He followed that up with, "But your body makes me crazy. Ugh."
honestly, he read that like the dude sitting next to me on the plane talked. Like that's how that guy would talk to a woman. Be like, "I wish you were here, but I shouldn't tempt myself. Ugh, your body is driving me crazy."
Dude, fried. I think, I'm sure if it's this guy, I might be getting the sex offenders we're talking about on the way down. It was nothing but like this sex offender who did like blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
I think that guy's wife got sick. And then he was like, she was like really sick. And then he started having an affair with a young lady.
While his wife was sick?
And then came out kind of like.
What are we talking? Like
stressed.
the flu?
No, I'm
like
talking
she was up laying in bed?
I'm talking like blanket and bald head sick. Yeah. Again, I could be thinking of another sex offender. I don't want to smite the guy's reputation. We talked about a lot of sex offenders on the way down to Kennett Square. So I could be getting them mixed up. Yeah, I don't want to smite the guy's reputation.
So you're telling me there was a guy whose wife was dying of cancer, and so he fucked a high school chick?
Yeah. And then when he got busted,
Legend.
Came out and was like, "I'm under a lot of stress."
Fair.
He was under a lot of stress, dude. There was also another guy.
I'll be honest. This is not going to sound good.
Sure.
But if you're under a lot of stress.
If you're under a lot of stress.
And there's, I'll be honest, probably the ultimate stress reliever.
He was a gym teacher too.
Gym teachers are dangerous. They'll get you.
That's the underage combine, dude. He was like.
Standing there watching him play volleyball.
4 pull-ups.
Oh my God. Her body
fuck, she has no muscles at all.
Her body's driving. There's nothing she can do to stop me.
Oh, she's veal, dude. 15-minute mile. Oh my God.
That's a veal parmesan. Damn, dude, I gotta shave my nose hairs. They itch. You ever get that? I shave my nose. I trim my nose hairs.
Them. Yeah.
But it's been a while, so now they're all just prickly. So I got prickly nose hairs, dude. Shit.
I haven't shaved my nose.
It's driving me crazy. Ugh.
I meant to shave my nose for my own wedding.
You just shave it. Yeah, you have to shave it.
I didn't, dude. I was like, I found the longest one and popped it. And then it was just like, I'm good.
COVID affected me in that sense because I used to just rip them out.
Yeah.
But then you'd sneeze. No, I'd rip them out pretty constantly. I have wild nose hairs, dude.
I'm getting them. I'm starting to look like a Scottish terrier, dude.
We are. We are. You really are. You got the hair for a Scottish. Nice. That's nice.
But dude, we went down to Kennett Square and I thought I was fine. I had the weed gummy was rocking, so I was drinking and I didn't feel drunk at all. So I was, I was trying to brag about the ABV and my CITES. My cousin fucking laughed in my face. I was like, "These are 6.5." He was like, "What the fuck?" Started laughing at me. Yeah, I was like,
thought it was a game.
Thought it was a game, dude. Then they called up to me, man. Actually, he fell asleep.
Of course
so
they called
jokes
up
on
to
him, dude. He fell asleep. But our squad was so fucked up.
I saw you showed me.
I
a
showed
photo
you
of
pictures. Hoss was absolutely his face smashed.
Hoss turned into a pug. Quick.
My other cousin fell asleep, dude. We were a hurt squad. But the place we were at, this is the highlight of the night. The place we were at, instead of having hostesses, had hosts. They had hot young boys. Hot, and I went at one point. I guess this is how I knew I was drunk. I went to the bar. And I was like, "Yo, there's usually like hot chicks doing your job. Why am I looking at like young hot kids, dude?"
You know what? Here's when I knew you boys were hammered. Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
What did he say? What did the?
I was just like, "There's supposed to be hot chicks here," and I'm like, "It's just dudes." He's like, "Hot young dudes." I'm like, "You guys are fucking hot young dudes." And the guy was just like, kind of got taken aback. And I was just
Oh
like,
yeah, he definitely thought you were trying to fuck.
I think then
He thought his body was driving you crazy.
Ugh.
You should just walk up to him and be like, ugh.
Well, the problem is I thought we were having a laugh, and I'm like, fuck, this is probably weird as hell. I have like gray hair, and I'm like,
Bro.
you boys are hot as hell.
Bro.
I'm all drunk.
I do this. Dude, I do that every weekend. I'm like, this will be a funny gag. I did the Rolling Stones concert. I was going up to people like, I fucking spent all my money on this, dude. These guys are old as fuck. No one told me about this. I was like, this is a fun gag I'm doing with these ladies.
Dude, I don't know if I made it weird or if he was laughing. I'm like, damn, this guy definitely thinks that I want to fuck all of the hosts. And then I went back to the table and I was trying to get people fired up. I think Tom was like, we should start being like, yo, this is the bachelor party. What's up, boys? And start putting the pressure on them.
To try to have the boys
Like,
suck.
what are you guys doing after this? Yeah, like put a full court press on these
It'd be
boys.
sick to just bring the boys home to hang out.
Just chill.
It's nice to have young boys around.
Yeah, just like a big brother, little brother thing. But yeah, just
Yeah.
chill. Like add to the vibe.
Slumber party.
What are the kids doing? Yeah, what are the kids doing?
I knew you guys were fucked up because you texted me. The
Dude.
Irish are putting on a show.
Yeah.
About 10 minutes later, Billy texted me in all caps, "Go Irish."
Billy wasn't drunk.
Billy was sober?
Sober. Billy
Oh,
was
dude,
sober.
you guys just must have been at a bar that the Irish were on.
They were. It was on
Nice.
a humongous screen right
Nice.
above my head. I was
Nice.
sitting there like, who is that?
Shane's happy.
Dude, yeah, that was fun though. It was fun. We it was a good old time. We all went outside and
I texted Billy. I said, "Let's go." Also, destroy Haas. And he said, I asked him if he was born in 1962. And then he said he thinks he can rep 135 to 100 faster than I could.
yeah, that's the challenge.
Neither of them can rep 135, 100.
They were claiming they're going to put it down.
Haas can't rep 135, 100.
He begs it. Hoss begs to differ.
Ah,
I said it. I
if you
said
bench,
he
yeah.
was saying like 15 minutes or something crazy. I don't want to
Oh, so they
misquote
have
him.
time to rest. I see.
Whoever has time to do it. Even dude, that's crazy though.
Yeah.
That's 10 sets of 100, 10 sets of 10. A 45.
It's not bad if you lift.
True.
If you lift, you could do that.
Yeah, you're probably right. That's a lot.
I couldn't.
3 sets of
help.
The trick is you put the 25s on, but from the deadlift thing, so you get the big 25s. And then you
So
stack
everybody
those
looks
up.
like you're repping.
Yeah, you're fucking
Yeah,
combine.
dude.
But yeah, that was fun, man. I ended up thought I wasn't drunk. Towards the end of the night, I was pretty loose lipped, dude. I was just
You're letting it go. You're having fun, dude.
I was fucked up.
Where's that? I need that guy in my life.
Oh man, it snuck
I
up.
like
I
to see
paid
it.
for it for 2 days, dude. I had to go to Sky Zone
You
the next
will
day.
do that.
I was at Sky
You went
Zone
to Sky Zone?
the next day. Yeah,
Like the
indoor trampoline park.
Why?
Oh, I didn't because we brought Maya.
Oh.
We had made plans and everything,
Oh,
dude.
you went to a bachelor party and you're like, all right, we're going to Sky Zone.
I would. Oh, indoor skydiving, just 2 inches from the
Yeah.
ground, like. That was so disappointing when I did that.
Yeah.
Indoor skydiving, you just hover an inch off the ground with VR on.
Dude, I'm too top heavy. I would fucking just spin.
Dude, I barely caught air. I barely caught fucking air. I was so pissed. The guy said I think I'm just dense, honestly. But dude, I had a good time. I got crunked. I was like, I'll be good by the time I drive home. Got back to the house and I got all
Oh, you
the
drove home that night?
I waited a while because we were in
Yeah.
Kennett, so I stopped. And then I got back to the parents' house, but I was so drunk. Not so drunk. When I realized how much alcohol was in my system, that I was probably like right on the edge of 0.08. I was like, I'm gonna smoke a ton of weed to counteract this hangover.
Sure.
So I like pigged out on an entire cone, like a big old cone.
Nice.
And then when I was driving home, it was just like,
Oh, before you drove?
it was like an hour before. Yeah. So I did that towards the end of the night. We got bussed back. My cousin drove me back, and I got in the car and I was like, I'm good to go. And dude, I was just like, I got home and dude, Bae came down. It was this. I haven't done this in a while. She came down and she was like, what are you doing? And I was like, dude, I was standing in the kitchen. I was standing in the middle of the kitchen with my phone, so it looked bad.
Yeah.
And I just turned around. I was like, I'm researching how to make ambient music. I'd been looking up 432 hertz, like this. How you know about 440, right?
No.
Dude, you're being fucking poisoned, bro.
What's
The
that?
Nazis. I don't know who it is. The head Nazi in charge, maybe Goebbels. He was apparently, according to YouTube. I have to check this out. I don't want to spread disinfo. You
don't want to tarnish the Goebbels' name. You don't want to spread disinformation here.
He's got enough to worry about. I don't want to
Yeah.
crush him fully. But dude, this info is a heavy charge these days. So fucking they were saying he changed the standard tuning to 440, which is like it's bad for you. It fucks you up. 432 though. Oh,
What are these numbers?
They're like the frequencies of the music they emit.
Oh, okay.
So it's like if you were to put like sand on a paper and hit it with 432 hertz, it'll make a cool pattern. 440 would probably just make skull and cross. I don't know what it does.
Skull and crossbones.
It's bad. And they switched it, but you should be listening to music in 432. It's a healing frequency. So I was downstairs looking up how to make ambient music.
Yes.
And I was sitting there like with headphones, holding my phone. I was like heating up. I have like these like gluten-free Hot Pocket type things. So heating up. I have 2 going.
You're heating up gluten-free Hot
I have
Pockets.
2 in the oven.
Trying to figure out the evil frequencies.
You know, I was sitting there just like, she's like, you're fucked up. I was like, no, I'm not. I was like, I'm looking up how to make it. I was like, by the way, I'm buying a keyboard. But I was like,
oh my God.
She's like, you're fucked up. I was like, no, I'm not.
I've never seen anyone more fucked up in my life.
Dude, I'm standing.
Dude, if you were just standing in the kitchen in the dark microwaving Hot Pockets, I'd be like, this guy's blacked out. This guy's blacked out. If you toss in, by the way, honey, I'm buying a keyboard, I'd be like, all right. He's in outer space.
Dude, it was wicked, man. She's like, how many drinks do you have? I was like, there's like three drinks. 4, I don't know. I started hitting with the ABV. I was like,
you hit her with the Phil Gillis, man. I had fucking 2 drinks. What the hell? I know. No, you did. I watched you have 6. What are you, a fucking woman? Shut up.
I was fully being like, it was the Down East holiday. I was like, they had like cinnamon and nutmeg. I was like, it was like 6.4.
Nice.
It was like 6.4. I was like, then they had local wine. I want to try the wine. It was local.
It was local wine.
I was like, it was right from around the corner. It was good.
I go with Phil to the bar, his bar. And it's always nice. It's always a nice time. It's nice bonding. Me and Phil don't hang out like that. But then as soon as we get home, my mom's always like, how did you get home? Did you drive? And he's like, I had 2 beers. I'm like, nah, Dad, I saw you have 6. He's like, God damn it, shut up. You're like a woman. That's what he always hits me with.
Yeah, I was turned, bro. I was turned and I stayed up till 2 a.m. just researching 528. It's also has a fantastic frequency. 432, 440.
I got hammered. I
clear.
got hammered 3 times this weekend.
Nice.
All 3 days.
in
Thursday, Friday,
in
Saturday. Yeah, in San Diego.
It's tough. That's nice weather.
And every night I watched episodes of Narcos when I got back. I've watched the same 3 episodes of Narcos. I don't remember one thing. I just keep rewatching it. I go, Chapito. It's all about Chapo, dude. Chapito.
That's the best show to be watching blacked out.
Blacked out trying to read Spanish. And then I just look at my phone and just Spanish is just playing. I'm like, fuck, what happened?
You just look up at some guy's head cut off and you're just like, oh,
whoa.
fuck.
Chapito. Chapito.
That's sick. So you got turned up this weekend as well.
I did, but EC Twins DJ party.
True, that's tough.
Although I wasn't that hammered for that one.
Yeah.
But then Friday went out with the fucking bros, dude.
True.
3 Filipino lads. No, that was Friday night. Friday night there were 3 what I assumed were lads in the front row.
Yeah.
And I was like, I was just watching Narcos, dude. Shout out to you guys. Take it easy. Why don't you guys slow down a little? And they were like, we're Asian. And I was like, Filipinos? And they're like, yeah. And I was like, all right, same thing.
Yeah, it's lads.
You guys are
it's lads of
dude.
the East, bro.
They are the Eastern lads.
For sure.
Elite, dude.
Great, bro.
And they dress like lads. In California, if you're Filipino, you dress like a lad.
Yeah.
And they were the best, dude. Went out dancing.
What?
Me and the lads went out to a bar and went me and 3 dudes.
What?
3 Filipino lads danced.
What kind of music you guys talking?
Spice Girls, stuff like that.
That's fun.
Classic.
That's fun.
Yeah.
Damn, dude.
There's a bar in San Diego that's like indoor trailer park. It's like in a basement. There's like trailers.
What?
It's designed like a trailer park. They appropriated white trash culture.
That's fair.
And I was pissed.
That's fair.
I got in there and I said, I'm pissed. And then, yeah, we were singing like Bon Jovi and Jimmy, like, oh, we're halfway.
Oh my God.
and they were all, they're Filipino, so they're short guys.
Probably stocky as hell.
One of them was stocky as
hell. Yeah, they get jacked.
2 of them were stocky.
They dwarf Max hard as hell.
They do. They dwarf Max. And then Saturday, dude, I was just chilling with the teams. Not a big deal.
True.
Dude. Yo, shout out to the teams, dude. You know who you are.
So it's Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
Yeah.
Party.
Yeah.
So, but damn.
Saturday, I left the cool party, and me, not saying any names. Maybe some team members went to an open mic. That was at like 1 a.m.
That's what's up.
It was sick.
That's what's up.
Yeah, they were pumped.
Did you hit a spot?
I did do a spot. Late night. Not a good spot.
So, I mean, it also, too, it's crazy because it's like you partied pretty hard those 2 days, but you dug down deep inside to party with the team.
I had to.
Not everyone has the spirit. A lot of people will be like, guys, I'm sorry, but you were like.
Everybody would be like, I'm sorry to the teams. Yeah, we can't hang out tonight.
I was singing Bon Jovi last night till 2 in the morning.
With the Filipinos. But no, I had to dig deep for the team.
Yeah, that's few could do that, dude.
Not a lot of guys could do that.
Day 3,
3 straight days.
dude. I was like, again, I got done. I had like.
I was so sad that tonight we have to go sing again.
You're sad.
So I was like, the only way I'm going to do this is if I'm drinking.
Getting hammered.
I'm definitely drinking tonight.
You should be sober. You should be sober and stiff. Dude.
If I were sober for this show tonight, it would be horrendous. Especially because
so funny.
So me and Matt are going to sing Dragula.
Yeah.
At the Comedy Cellar.
It's a thing now, dude.
It's pretty much a cool thing we do, but I think this one's going to be a lot different than Skankfest. Skankfest with the bros were pumped. This is going to be a New York City, Manhattan crowd of like cool people.
True.
And they're going to see you and me singing Dragula, not knowing the lyrics.
Yeah. Both in sweatpants, effectively.
I can wear sweatpants.
I have jeans in my bag.
No, you should wear this.
I mean, they are thermal.
This is a stunt, dude. You've never been on stage at the Cellar the first time, full sweatsuit. This is a stunt.
True.
I might rock the beam.
You should rock the beam.
I will rock the LL bean for this. Dude. I'll rock the wrinkled bean. I definitely crumbled it up into my suitcase. The bean. I'll rock a wrinkled bean to the show.
Yeah, it's gonna be a. It'll be fun. It'll be fun for just a group of like 6 hot chicks to be like,
when is this? Be like, dead I am the one. Yeah.
Fuck, that's hilarious.
But yeah, shout out to the Filipino bros. They ruled. Shout out to the teams. Not a big deal. The teams.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, the teams. You know who you are, dude.
Yeah.
Not a big deal.
If you don't know who it is, don't worry about
Although
it.
I'll say this. Mad props to Jocko.
Really?
They all thoroughly respect Jocko.
Yeah, dude, he's a team.
I thought he would be considered a joke.
It's like how all the chefs hate Guy Fieri.
Yeah.
So they love him. They're fucking brothers, dude.
Yeah, but sometimes they hate like the teams hate the showboats.
True.
They really don't like that shit.
Yeah.
Not that Jocko's a showboat. He just goes out and is like, you better fucking work out.
Yeah.
He just wake up. He gives speeches.
He does.
He was
dude.
performing at the theater in town while I was there. Jocko was in San Diego as well.
What was he doing? Getting people
giving
hyped?
a speech about you better fucking do push-ups.
What time's the show? 7 a.m.
Yeah, true. And they were like, dude, I hope we don't run into Jocko. I was like, how sick would it be if we found Jocko? They'd be like, dude, we'd hang our heads.
What?
He'd be like, why don't you have your head shaved, motherfucker? Like he'd be.
Oh yeah, he
he's a
keeps on.
Dude.
He has an energy drink now, I think.
Really?
I think he was promoting an energy drink.
I feel like I should hate him.
Who?
Jocko should be an enemy of mine, but I respect the hell out of him.
You have to, bro. You got orders.
True.
You got orders from the team, dude. You can't get step out of line.
Once I found out they respected him, I was like, true, Jocko is a man. Now that you guys mention it, everything you guys say
that's
is so
pretty much
cool.
what I said, honestly.
Yeah. I was like, I didn't, definitely talk shit on this guy
You
for
should be like,
bragging
dude, The
about
Rock's
waking
a
up.
pussy, though, dude.
The Rock is a pussy.
What do you think the team would
I
say?
didn't bring that up. The team would agree.
For sure.
Actually, they probably like The Rock. The team likes all that shit. Dude, the teams?
Dude, they love that. They get up early. It's probably be nice, though, to have someone else up early as hell with you.
I don't know. I don't know if they get up early like that.
Do you think the teams, when they're...
I think the team's probably slept in after Saturday.
They snooze. They get
snooze.
fucked up, bro.
Yeah.
I know someone who went to a wedding with firefighters, and firefighters apparently...
firefighters?
They're not the team.
A little different than the teams.
They're not the teams. They're not the teams. But I heard firefighters...
Firefighters are basically the teams.
And they apparently a lot of them party on mushrooms.
The firefighters?
Yeah, dude.
Holy
Because
shit,
it's like...
what if the siren goes
They
off?
can't smoke weed. Dude, they'd be berserkers.
Just spray it?
They'd be berserkers. They can't really drink like that.
Yeah.
Because, they're on call. So, yeah.
I was on mushrooms staring into a flame.
What?
At your bachelor party.
Right.
It was hell.
Yeah, dude. I guess they
Can't
probably...
even imagine.
They probably just munch like little bits here and there.
Having to
around
rush
party.
into that thing?
Right into the blaze. I might let it consume me.
Yeah. You
I might
might
just
just stand there and be like, this is going to feel good. As soon as it starts, like, oh, fuck.
Build a temple on these
What
grounds.
have I done? One thing I was staying in a cool hotel and they had a cool pool, a roof deck pool that my hotel room could open up into. Like, it was a sick room.
Nice.
But there was a party for Zillow, the real estate company.
What?
They blocked it off on Saturday.
The pool?
Pissed. I wanted to swim.
Could you stand and watch their party though?
Swam. Yeah.
You could have
I
stood.
could
You should have
listen.
sat there and watched.
I did. I sat over, lifted my head over my fence. What the hell's going on? But I was thinking about how fun it would be to go in there and die in the middle of a Zillow party.
Fuck yeah.
Just puke and don't fall in the pool.
She'd be like, Redford rules.
Yeah. Dying at somebody else's party is sick.
Hell yeah. So it's like a company party?
Just a company party. But they were in like suits, showing up in tracksuit, dying in the pool.
Yeah, they're like a real estate. They swear they're taking over.
They were when I saw them.
Dude, I want to become a corporate comedian. My gag will be I'll fake a heart attack on stage at corporate functions.
That's a good gag.
And then the cops who come get me are just male strippers and they pop their pants off.
Whoa.
And I'm like, that's my time. Thank you guys so much.
Yeah, you've just been fucked by me. You got to come up with a cool phrase like that.
Sure. I just fucked you guys in the ass.
You guys got fucked by me. Dumb pussies. You've been fucked.
Just hand out business cards afterwards.
It's nice. The foot is bad. This time it's got to fly. This time it's got to fly circling it. Damn, dude. That hippie foot.
Yeah, it is.
Dude.
But yeah, man, that's the weekend was fucking sick, man. I did that. I got on to the 432. I last night I played a 528 melody.
Is that scratch from your child?
Yeah, dude, my kid fucking
I wasn't sure if you might have fallen during the 432.
No.
I wonder if the frequency got to you. You're like,
nah, she fucking clawed my face and pinched me. Scratched the shit out of me.
Yeah,
she's addicted to TV right now.
Sick.
If I turn TV off, dude, I have to hold her at arm's length for like.
What? She'll try to fight.
She'll go for a slap. I got to watch that, and then she'll try to she'll grab my face if she gets in on me and squeeze as hard as she can. And she has nails, dude. It just cut
little
me.
kids love the squeeze.
Dude, they squeeze your fucking.
Squeeze,
it sucks, dude.
My nephew does that shit. It's
dude,
so funny.
I gotta go like this.
At you.
Yeah, and they just grab your face and go. Yeah. So I gotta hold her out at arm's length, let her get all of her smacks and stuff out, and be like, come up with a cool activity. And she's like, oh hell yeah, let's go do that.
Yeah, let's do that. Sorry, I was fighting you.
Yeah, sorry, I tried to fucking.
Sorry, I just tried to kill you with all of my might. I know. If I could have ripped your face off, I would have.
Dude. Would have fully killed me. No remorse either. I mean, you gonna go time out? Yeah. I'm like,
somebody has to have had like a jacked 2-year-old.
I
mean, technically, there was the strongest 2-year-old.
Ew.
I don't know. One of them was.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
And somebody was getting fucked up.
Dude, they're strong. They're pretty strong for their body weight.
Yeah, but think of having the biggest, strongest one. And then you turn off the cartoon and they squeeze you.
They could get
You're getting
you.
like fights with the kid.
Oh, for sure, dude. They'll fuck you up.
Fuck off.
Like a little pit bull, like a little fucking.
Find strong kid.
Yeah, find strongest toddler. Dude. Like this little kid fucking you up.
What the fuck is that kid?
He's ripped.
I don't like that
Check
kid.
it out for the viewers at home. Yeah, it's a ripped. It looks like a 5-year-old version of the Russian from Rocky.
Yeah.
He's fucking ripped. Yeah, that would suck, dude. I mean, your kid could definitely fuck you up.
Yeah.
One day, everyone has to deal with that.
No, not if you have a girl.
True. Did you see that clip I sent you? The dude gets fucked up by his mom.
Oh, that was his mom?
I think so. Unless that was his bae.
I didn't know who that was.
Dude, that reverse was nasty.
Yeah.
What he
said? He's like, let me go, man.
Come on, man. Let me
go.
Chill.
He was trying to fight a woman.
He's like, come on, man.
He's like, I'm going to sit down. She's like,
quit playing.
No, you're not. He's like, I'm going to sit down. She's like, let me see you sit down.
Yeah.
And she just bulldogs him on the ground.
Dude.
And right away while he's getting held down. As soon as he starts losing, he just goes, come on, man. Let me go.
Come on, man.
Let me go.
Dude, that must suck. Getting your ass kicked like that.
In that room?
Losing in like a battle, like an argument
battle.
battle.
Box fan on the ground.
Yeah.
You get tossed to the floor and you got to say, let me go, please.
Yeah, dude.
Like, come on, dude.
Let me go.
Losing a fight and screaming, let me go is pretty great.
To your girlfriend, whoever that was?
Yeah, dude.
That was either girlfriend? Mom. I don't know what's the worst case scenario. Your girlfriend, older sister, or mom.
I've been on the receiving end of older sister, and you do scream, let me go. I've screamed, let me go.
No, seriously, I'm about to fucking freak out and punch you. I don't want to get in trouble. I don't want to fucking freak. I'll fuck you up so bad.
Yeah.
Please let me
be
go.
winning this.
Yeah, let me go.
Please release me.
Yeah, that would stink, dude. But yeah, that's all. That was my whole weekend, bro. Fucking getting crunk at the Kennett Creamery.
That's awesome.
Botching a joke with hot young boys.
That's awesome.
That was pretty sick. Coming home, learning about 432, chilling. Double Hot Pockets was a bold move, dude.
I've been there, dude.
I felt.
I've been on the road. Hotels. Occasionally they have some Hot Pockets down there.
Double.
Like, damn, a nice ham and cheese to cap off a good night. I won't regret this.
I did a 20, dude. It was like 140, and I was like, I'll do a 20-minute oven Hot Pocket it.
You're crazy.
I ovened it, dude.
See, usually if I'm munching Hot Pockets, I'm desperate.
Dude.
And I have no time for a conventional oven.
This was in my lifetime, I'd probably bought in at least 8 packs of these. This is my first pack that I had the discipline to oven them, and it's worth the wait.
I believe you.
Fucking worth the wait.
Yeah,
dude.
microwaved, obviously. Obviously, this has been covered by the great Gaffigan.
What?
But it is either like freezing cold or
Yeah.
lava hot, dude.
It
He
fucks you up.
nailed it.
Yeah, it fucks.
Nobody can touch Hot Pockets ever again
Nah, man.
on stage.
It's gone.
It's been done
It's gone.
by the God, dude.
Absolutely. Who was that guy? Didn't he get up in someone's ass one time?
Yeah.
Dude, too funny. That must suck when you think you're coming at the gaff, dude. And you're like, fucking Christ.
Was it Neil Brennan? Oh yeah. Oh my God. He ethered him. Dude, there's been some Twitter ethers lately. We don't need to get into it.
True. Yeah, dude. There was a.
Every once in a while, somebody will make fun of a comic, and then it ends up.
Yeah.
Like, you think like, oh, this is a guy I can clown. This will be easy.
Also,
and then it's
dude,
like, oh.
Doesn't Gaffigan have like 5 kids?
Yeah. Oh,
Dude, he's in a state
he's
of like low.
Catholic.
He's in a state of just quiet rage all day.
Yeah.
Probably having these arguments all day in his head. And as soon as he saw it, it was just like,
You're dead.
oh yeah, Neil Brennan, this is what I would say about you. Boom. You just rage all day.
No, we don't need to read it.
You don't want to hash on.
Neil's a
Brennan.
nice character.
It is funny to get crushed, to come at people and just get fucking annihilated.
It blows, dude. On Twitter, trying to talk shit on someone, you get fucking.
Dude, it stinks. Although, dude, they fucking came at Rogies on SNL,
They did come at St. Rogies,
bro,
And
and one of the best quarterbacks in the league, bro.
who?
Fucking Rodgers, bro.
Oh yeah, they did come at
They
Rodgers.
came at both of them, man.
Anybody? Yeah, they did go at Rodgers.
Yeah,
They
dude.
came. If you're against the vaccine, SNL is gonna get you.
Yeah, man, it's crazy.
Yeah.
Did you see the actual Saturday Night Live thing or the
I did.
the Sesame Street thing they were
Yes.
making fun of? It's pretty creepy.
Creepy stuff.
It was weird.
Creepy stuff.
Yeah, dude. I saw they came at Rogies, dude, and I was just like,
Yeah.
it's not nice.
Just don't go at the Rogues, dude.
Why are they getting them, dude?
The Roguester. Well, that's because CNN. Him and CNN are beefing. SNL is a subsidiary of SNL.
Yeah,
or of
and
CNN.
dude, they've
I'm
spent
surprised Stelter's not hosting.
true.
Stelter should host.
I mean, dude, Big Pharma spends I think $50 billion a year on advertising.
Whoa.
It's a lot of money, bro. So if they
It's
start,
so much money.
it's crazy. Do $50 billion?
Yeah, I wonder what they could do for mental health with that type of money. Okay, yeah, they could cure probably things.
Yeah, they could do some good stuff. Probably
50 bill?
50 bill. Apparently, I double check the numbers, but it's in the billions of
Yo,
dollars. They
somebody
spend-
needs to figure out how to fix these bums. San Diego
yeah.
is destroyed, dude.
I was saying before, dude, they should just replace all the heroin needles with the vaccine needles. Give them the needles, and then it's like at least they're safe.
Fuck.
You know what I'm saying?
This comedian I was with, she had a good idea.
What?
We were talking about it because we were talking about eradicating the bums
Yeah.
and how we should go about it. And she was like, Molly capsules with fentanyl time release at the end.
Nice.
Just let them have a good fucking chill sesh and then slowly fade to nothing.
It's not a bad idea. So that was her. That was her.
That was her plan. We were talking
Molly
about how to
pills.
kill all the bums,
How? Yeah.
which is not what you should do. Obviously, don't kill any
Of
bums.
course. Yeah.
Don't even
Well-
call them bums, dude. What the fuck's your problem?
No, I mean it's a big. Well, it's one of those problems. They're never gonna figure it out. Because dude, in Kensington,
These are shattered people.
yeah,
A lot of them.
dude, in Kensington, remember they put out the sinks? They put out outdoor sinks in Kensington because they were shitting on the street,
Yeah.
and people were having like Hep B or Hep C or whatever it was,
Yeah.
spreading hepatitis. And they put up sink, like, come on, guys. They just don't have anywhere to wash their hands. And literally, like within 2 days, they were just like, bleh, and pushed it over. Just pushed it.
Dude, it just destroys shit.
Yeah, what do you do?
I think we gotta send them down Mexico's way.
You think Mexico way?
Send them to Chapito. Send them to the Narcos.
Like White Walkers, dude.
Yeah,
Fucking send them down there.
Send them. Yeah,
That should be fair, dude.
that would be fair.
Like,
of
let's
us.
do an exchange.
Like, yeah, we'll take those.
Yeah, send us master degrees, and we'll send you the bros, dude.
We'll send you the ultimate bros, dude. The guys trying to party.
Dude, Tijuana, dude.
I was joking about it in San Diego. Their bums there can run.
What?
They have running bums, dude.
They're like,
We have opioid bums.
True.
They have fucking meth
Yeah,
sprinting bums.
Fuck, man.
They get you. They get people.
Yeah.
I saw a bum get a guy.
What?
I was out eating a sandwich.
Oh.
And the guy was carrying his groceries walking by, and this bum was like, spit right in his face and was like, faggot, and started like trying to chase him.
What?
It's terrifying. The bums get you down there.
Yeah, meth head bums are terrifying, dude.
West Coast
Even like a
has all meth
crackhead's pretty
bums.
friendly. Get a nice
Yeah.
friendly crackhead manning the front door of a 7-Eleven.
Yeah, yeah.
It's a gentleman, dude.
That is a gentleman.
This is an absolute gentleman.
Or just a sleepy opioid bum.
Exactly.
You step over the bum, and
Yeah,
he's sleepy,
for sure.
and he's actually having a nice time.
Yeah, that's a nice one.
You go down out west, meth bums. It is 28 days later. Like they'll be standing there, like if they lock onto someone, they're like, and they start sprinting, dude. They run.
Oh my God.
And if you run, they're like they're dogs. Dude.
Oh,
if you
yeah.
start running,
You get
they
excited.
all chase. you gotta just stand still and be like, I hope he doesn't get me.
Oh my God. You can't look him in the eyes.
All day they're just walking around like, fuck you, motherfucker. They're yelling at somebody down the block for nothing.
They're agitated.
They're fired up.
Fuck. I think if you were to start reciting Bible lines, they'd be like, fuck.
What the hell are you doing, man?
Whoa, whoa. Yeah, meth
They
bums.
do that. The meth bums do that. Dude, they literally, like, you know how in like doorways on the city. So
Yeah.
you can't see them. They're in the doorway like and then you walk by and you're like, oh shit.
Fuck.
And if you like look accidentally and they're like they're fucking wild.
This guy
dude.
might bite me.
He's gonna bite me.
Oh my God.
And it's not even a question of if, it's when. They are gonna bite somebody.
Yeah.
If you live in San Diego, a bum will eventually attack you.
What?
100%.
What the fuck?
They're down there, dude.
Can you keep like weapons, like clubs on you?
Yeah, you probably have to.
Dude, that's
You
fucked.
probably have to fuck a bum up.
Dude, my brother's friend beat the shit out of a bum with a bottle of Gatorade one time.
Like a mace, like in the bag.
He had like a blue frost. No, he took it out the thing. They started wrestling. He had like a 32-ounce blue frost and just started fucking
Bashing him.
crunching him in the head with it. I think the bum started I think the housing disadvantaged man started a fight with him, and then this dude finished it.
Didn't Butterly fucking armbar a bum?
I believe so. I believe he had to.
He put a bum in an armbar.
Yeah, I think he had to fucking protect himself.
At that point, you had the bums. They don't tap.
That's back when guys could protect themselves. It
That's
would
when
not be vilified.
back when you could do cool wrestling moves to bums on the street.
Dude, remember bum fights?
Yeah,
That was a big one, man.
that was. I remember even as a young man being like, "That's really fucked up."
Yeah, I remember. I'll be
As
honest.
I've gotten older, I've grown into the idea of it, and I'm like, "Yeah, do it."
I mean, dude, we could have a UFC round where it's Hell in a Cell, and you put like 40 of them in there.
Dude, if we did, it would be interesting to see what the opioid boys could do.
Against the meth
The
heads?
meth bums, they're obviously the heavy favorite, but you never know.
Ah, yeah, the opiate boys
The
could
opioid
kind of
boys
sit back.
could wake up and start getting fired up.
Dude,
I wonder if you even can rage on heroin.
probably. Opiates do make you angry. If you take too many,
Really?
you can get really
Oh,
angry.
yeah.
If you gave them some...
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you gave them... what Narcan. If you hit them with Narcan right before the fight, dude, that would be... They're pissed,
That could
bro.
be their secret
They're
power.
pissed, bro.
So the meth boys would be dominating, but the
That's their Mad Max.
opioid boys could keep Narcaning back awake and tiring out the fucking meth boys.
Yeah, that's their Mad Max thing. They go... they spray and just go fucking...
Oh,
yeah, they
man.
get pissed off, dude, because it just all the heroin leaves their body and they enter into like I think withdrawal or something. I don't know what happens, but they're not having fun at all, and they're not feeling much pain. That's the other thing.
True. Both of them would
I was
never
about to
feel
say,
pain. The
dude-
meth boys do not feel pain.
Yeah, what about dust heads?
I don't even know what those guys do.
PCP.
Fire 'em
They're
up.
the guys who
Aren't they-
like.
don't they have like a 15-minute window though, or is that
No,
all
they
day?
They got a minute, bro. They got. I
I
think,
think
if you
they're the
smoke-
most unstoppable.
I mean, that's all they need is 12. All they need is 3 rounds.
They're unstoppable.
They're the guys who like throw cops in the air off their back.
Yeah, they like lift cars up and shit.
Sometimes they jump out of 3rd-story buildings or whatever.
Just sprint, keep sprinting.
Dust heads, meth heads, and dude, I don't know. That's a tough toss up. Because, dude, I'm telling you, like a sleepy.
Could toss just the hard drunks in too.
Oh,
The hard
fuck.
drunks are vicious.
Just haymakers.
yeah, they fall though. They fall constantly. Those are some good videos. Watching just the drunkest dudes ever get in fist
It's
fights.
the best.
Neither of them connect on one thing. They both swing and fall.
It's so fucking funny, dude. Yeah, that would be. God, that'd be
the
such.
meth. I'm taking. Well, if PCP boys are different than the meth guys, I'm taking the PCPs.
Yeah, man.
The meth. From what I've witnessed the power, dude. I've seen they sprint.
Yeah, dude.
These dudes are barefoot sprinting around all day. It's crazy. We need those fucking police robot dogs to take on the meth bombs, dude, and that'll be a fight.
That's
Robots
a good
versus
move.
meth bombs.
That's a good move. If we stick the bots on them, that would do.
Just the wedge. Just the wedge flipping the boys.
Just popping up a scabbed bare foot off the ground.
And I walked. There was one laying.
Fuck.
There was a guy laying on my way to get this sandwich. There's bums everywhere. I was walking there. There was a dude just laying on the street with a foot that's more mangled than anything I've ever seen. Fuck. From the fucking knee down was just like leprosy.
Ugh.
And I was just thinking how funny it is to like let your like his leg got so out of control.
Oh.
Like if you saw a cut like that big that was that fucked up, you'd be like, I need to seek medical assistance.
Yeah.
That guy saw that cut, was like, I'm gonna let it ride. And then his whole leg, and he was like, fuck.
Oh.
I'm gonna go to sleep.
Yeah, and everyone just recoils anytime.
And everybody has to walk by you. Like, there was a homeless lady that crapped at JFK yesterday when I was waiting for my bag. That was another thing. I had to
right
wait
outside?
I had to wait. No, in the fucking baggage terminal. There's some clever ones. You get high on heroin, you just find a piece of luggage, you get to sit there and wait.
True.
And nobody's going to, thankfully, nobody ratted her out because she was tired.
Where was the crap?
Must have been in her slacks.
Oh, okay.
Because the whole
nice
baggage,
of her.
it just stunk, dude. And yeah, you know the smell is human shit.
I thought she crapped on the belt. That'd be so
That'd be a power move.
Fucking just spun around. So she shit her pants.
Yeah, she probably had a dump in there.
Dude, someone's gonna finally get you. That's the one thing. You're out on the street. You're out there. You're like, oh, let me get warm in this airport thing. Like, I shit myself. Damn it.
Yeah.
Someone's gonna eventually be like, hey, come here.
Yeah.
Get you in and be like, it's okay. You shit yourself. Here's some soup. You're like, fucking sweet. Or I wonder how long you'd go.
I don't know how long they
Just
go.
dumped pants.
Oh, with the dumped pants, they'll let that ride.
That's a cry for help.
Yeah. Or they'll just wipe on the street with bare ass
True.
in front of like a restaurant, in front of like a cafe.
You
Just
see that every now and again, dude. I'll be like, oh, watch out, dog shit. And I'll look, I'll be like, nah.
Nope. That's a human.
There was a lady who was living in her car up where we used to live. And when we moved, like we only moved like 10 blocks down.
Yeah.
She fucking moved with us. Not with us, obviously, but she happened to be right there again.
Nice.
Dude, she was taking fucking dumps. Because I was like, people were like, dude, there's this lady. I'm like, yeah, she's lived near us. She just lives in her car. She would open her door and she puts her legs out on like the sidewalk and just lays on her back. So you just see this lady's legs all day. And there's just a ton of clothes in there. And then like 2 a.m, she'll just rip a dump on the sidewalk and then go lay back down.
It's not bad.
I mean, dude, it's one way to live.
Yeah. And in their defense, they're not allowed in anywhere.
True. They tried to
You
have
just
a
got
house
crap
and everyone took their
constantly.
house. Yeah. They had a house, maybe they partied a little bit too hard. Maybe their boyfriend was selling heroin and got arrested.
Or maybe their parents were bums also.
Maybe true. Or maybe they took their parents' TV like 10 times.
Yeah.
That's the gold mine, dude.
Parents buying TVs.
Just
you gotta
going
be like,
back
all
to
right,
your
this
parents'
time
house.
I won't do it.
Yeah, dude. Just being like, mine.
Yeah, just sitting there waiting for your parents to go to bed.
Dude, I knew someone who smoked crack. Did I ever tell you about this? A guy who was telling me like how you think when you're smoking crack.
Yeah, a little bit, but tell me
I
again.
think I told you he was telling me like you smoke crack and you're like, damn, dude, like I'm smart. You think you're smart as fuck.
Yes.
Like you're genuinely like,
Yeah.
holy fuck, I'm a genius. And then you just start hitting being like, I don't need an AC unit. I don't need a refrigerator. It's like I can get money for
I can
that.
sell all this shit.
He's like, I can just get takeout.
I need an empty room.
Yeah, dude. And you
So I
start
can dance.
dude, and you think you're killing it the whole time. I can't imagine meth must be that plus like
You got to also realize that's how a lot of people exist.
true.
Not on crack. Just like, I'm smarter than everybody here. I don't need any of this
I'm
stuff.
killing it, dude.
I'm doing so well.
Yeah, man.
And then you wake up one day and you're like, fuck,
Yeah, be like,
maybe I'm wrong.
yeah, man. Especially when you're like, there's dudes who do that shit where you kind of like lightly squat for the wintertime. You get you like scramble together a thing, get a place. Then you're just like, whew, I don't have to worry about money for like 6 months. They'll kick me out. It's kind of chill.
I support them.
Pretty
I take
chill.
back about killing them. We don't need to kill them.
I don't think we need to kill them. I think we need to make them
I can't give
Fight?
them. The problem is,
according to the drug class, and then they can use the money for the fights to fund low-income housing that they can destroy slowly, and then we'll just keep them
keep
fighting.
doing it.
Yeah, keep them fighting. We got to figure something. I just want to find something sustainable.
It's the drugs.
Yeah,
It's just the drugs.
true. So what do you think? We could probably just hook them up then?
We could kill all these bums and then say no more drugs.
Yeah. I also wonder if that's how the super wealthy view us.
Definitely.
Being like, oh yeah, dude, the middle class, we should fucking bomb them. We should release opioid prescriptions and tell people they're not.
Yeah, that's what they did.
Pretty much. It is funny to notice how they were classified as dangerous for like 200 years.
Yeah.
The opium wars in China, and all of a sudden in the 90s, they're like,
No, these ones aren't.
They're good.
Here, sell these. I'll send a hot pharmaceutical rep to your doctor's office.
They are hot, dude.
They are sweet babies.
God.
And they deal death, dude.
Do you think the doctors take them down ever? Doctors have to take
100%.
them down. God damn, dude.
Just some spectacled dork finally getting some hot ass.
Saleswoman ass, too?
Saleswoman ass. It's some of the finest ass. You ever watch Property Sex?
What's
Porno?
that?
Where it's like realtor ladies?
What?
Bro. Fired up.
What the fuck?
You're gonna like
Is it based on real realtor ladies?
No, it's just a lady like showing you a house.
And
then it's like, how can we seal the deal? I know one way.
that happens in real life.
Yeah.
It's pretty much that's what girl realtors do. Dude, a lot
They
of them
suck.
I'm kidding, obviously, but
They might suck.
I'm
Might
going off
suck
of
and
one
fuck.
example. I'm going off one example, and I used to work for a builder who was like 75, and he took down a realtor who was like 40 when he was like in his 70s.
Damn.
He's like, you know that chick? I fucked her, and I was just like,
Oh, no.
it's like 2 years ago. We were sitting. It was slow. He's like, oh, they're drunks anyway. And he was like, she got hammered. I fucked her. She probably wanted to sell one of my developments.
Oh,
I was like, God damn.
dang, bro.
God.
We gotta learn the lyrics to Dragula.
True.
What time is it?
7:01.
We got time to learn the lyrics.
Yeah, we can write them down.
How long is this podcast?
True.
Okay. We got 5 more minutes.
We got 5 minutes in the tank.
I know we have 5 minutes.
I guarantee we do. What's going on?
I
5 minutes
wanted
go.
to let you know that Pharma actually spends 6.5 bill,
So it's not 50.
No, 6.5.
Still, that's a big number.
In
Still
2020.
crazy.
I
It's still
misplaced. I
insane.
misplaced a decimal, dude.
I know.
Don't
I'm
be a
sorry.
stickler.
I found it. I didn't want
In
to.
the
So
future-
the
Yeah.
the one thing you chime in on is to fact check Matt.
So that's what I wanted to make sure you weren't
5.6.
scrutinized for getting your facts wrong.
5. What is it? You say
6.5.
6.5. See, dude, I have number
2020.
dyslexia. Thanks for pointing that out.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean it yet. All right.
No, I'm kidding. No, I'm glad you pointed that out. We need to
Guys,
be
I'm so
factual.
sorry. I
Still
know.
a lot. I believe though it's more. They spend more in advertising than they do in R&D. Look that up, but you know
Okay, I'm on it.
the yeah, dude. I mean, we can do 5 minutes on that. But yeah,
We can do 5 minutes on whatever we want.
dude, we can do whatever we want. Dude, I had a fucked up dream last night.
What happened?
It was before I knew Rogies got attacked on SNL. I did dream we had to go do Rogies podcast.
Yes.
And it was in like a weird office building. And I like woke up and we're sitting there and the whole time he was stone fucking silent. Same stand-up dream when I go do stand-up and
Yeah.
like no one, like I'm like, shit, what do I talk about? We're stone silent. Nothing was happening. People kept coming in the room and like, it was just the understanding was like, let's just try this again. This sucks. None of us we couldn't talk. None one had anything to say. We just kept looking at each
Yeah,
other.
dude.
And he was pissed.
I lived this.
He was
I sat there like,
and he was pissed. And I was like in the dream, there was other stuff going on. In the middle of this, people with like a lady came in. She's like, "Can I film my special in your house?" And he was like, "No." And she was like, "What the fuck?" And then he was like, "We'll just do this later." So he dropped me off at my hotel. We all got out of the hotel.
you dream of Rogies?
I dreamt of Rogies, dude. Rogies was pissed. He was in a bad. He was.
You dreamed of an angry Rogies?
Yeah, he wasn't.
That's a bad omen.
He wasn't angry. He was just stressed, dude. He was fed up.
That's a bad omen.
Dude, he was like, he drove us in like a Ford Explorer, dropped us off. I got to the hotel room. I realized I was in the wrong state. It was a stressful fucking dream. So I get in this elevator and I'm pushing up through the ceiling, but there was a like, whatchamacallit? There was just like shit there. Not a ceiling. It was insulation.
Yeah.
So I'm pushing up through insulation and I'm like, this fucking elevator sucks. And the people work there were like, tell me about it, dude. We gotta use this elevator all the
Tell me
time.
about it.
And then I go to my room. Brittany's there with Maya and I'm like, what are you guys doing here? And they're like, what are you doing? I'm like, dude, it didn't go well. And they're like, you got to get out of here. And I was like, all right. And I left, came down through another room and there was these Irish ladies singing a song, a beautiful song. And I was like, I should just stay here and listen to them. And I looked at them and I was like, you guys are the sirens.
They're
And
the sirens.
They went like this. Yes. And I was like, I got to get out of here. And they
Oh,
smiled.
this is a classic
I
Odysseus.
left the room. I got out.
You're Odysseus.
It was crazy, dude.
Yeah.
I woke up just like, it was intensely stressful.
You do remind me of Odysseus.
Thank you.
Very silver-tongued Odysseus. I'm more Agamemnon.
You think you're Agamemnon?
Yeah.
Really?
Somebody took my girlfriend. I'm going to war. Cocksuckers.
Dude, the sirens are so pumped when I was like,
Yeah.
you guys are sirens. And they
Rogies is Achilles, dude.
I think so, bro.
Rogies is Achilles.
I think so. He was pissed. Everyone was coming in.
That's Achilles, dude.
Dude, Billy and
He's
Spud came in.
hot-tempered Achilles.
Billy and Spud came in. We're like, check it out. It's Billy and Spud. And he just went. And I was like,
That's probably pretty realistic. If we're like, yo, Billy and Spud are here. Be like, hey, what's up, guys?
it was just people kept coming in being like, can I do this? Can I do this? And he was just going, he was so pissed.
Yeah, that's I think
Probably
I think that's kind of his life. People are like, can I do this? Can I have this?
That was the dream. The dream was
Yeah.
one of just kind of like, damn, dude. And then I woke up just going, and then I woke up to all that news and I said, God damn, dude.
I've had trouble sleeping myself.
Really?
Yeah, every time I go to sleep, it's very stressful.
Dude, this was
There's always like stressful, fucked up dreams.
dude, this was bad.
Maybe something's wrong.
Just stress, bro. Just a subconscious rinsing itself out. That dude, the sirens are the coolest. That was the only part of the dream I was
That
pumped
is
on.
sick.
Just being like, yes, I saw the sirens and I recognized them. Dude,
And there
I
were
was
Irish
like,
women singing.
there's beautiful Irish ladies just singing these beautiful songs, and I was all so tired from running around. I was like, I'm just gonna sit
I would
here.
like to relax.
I
They were
wanna sit
drawing you
here.
to the rocks,
They're
dude.
pulling me in, dude. Yeah.
Yeah.
They're pulling me in. I just went, you guys are.
You are basically silver tongued at this.
I figured that would take up 5 minutes, but
Billy's Ajax
for sure.
in that.
Dude,
in the-
Ajax just ripped a nasty gig. Dude, he's a showman, dude.
No, I meant Ajax, the mythical one, but Ajax,
True. He
your
reminded
cousin.
me of Ajax. So he was down at the party. He
He
told
is
me,
a showman.
dude, he had to go do a gig. I believe it was at a nudist colony. So fucking nasty. They told him, oh, it's just like a little side thing. Come play a couple songs and leave. Like he thought it was like a kind of a bar thing. He shows up. You'll understand the drama on stage.
Yeah.
Shows up. They go, all right, you're on the main stage in 20 minutes. You're doing an hour-long set.
Whoa.
He was planning on playing a couple songs at a bar. Dude, he goes, hadn't played out, I think he said like 5 or 6 years. Goes, no problem. Rips a fucking hour-long set. Crushes it, dude. They tell him to come back. And it, like any master, he's like, yeah, dude, I was rusty. It sucked. I was like, well, you're going to go back? He's like, yeah, they want me back. I'm like, fucking show
He
me,
probably
bro.
murdered.
Probably crushed, dude.
And he's big.
Yeah, dude.
When you see a big guy like that rocking,
It's
something
awesome.
special.
It is so sick, dude. And he's
Yeah.
nasty. He's the voice of a fucking angel.
does he really?
He was in
You have a
Philadelphia-
good voice.
Namin no Ajax.
You better break it out tonight.
I will. Dude, I just ordered a Native American flute too.
Really? I could have guessed that.
Key of G. That's what I was up last night doing.
Ordering Native American flutes?
Yeah, I'm gonna get a theremin. Did you ever see a theremin? Dude, they're an instrument that you play by not touching anything. There's a field. They emit an electronic field of frequencies that you manipulate with your hands, and you can find real musical notes and play them. Pretty fucking sick.
Oh, that is cool.
Where can people find you? What's that?
It's you ripping the theremin.
Yeah, dude, it's a theremin. You're playing like this. You're in a field, and if you move while I'm playing theremin, you would distort the field, and I'd have to find the
I'll
notes
be honest,
elsewhere.
everybody playing it looks like a huge fucking dork.
You say that, dude, but if I was ripping theremin right now, you'd be in tears, dude.
You think?
You wouldn't leave the room. I would sirenize you.
You'd
If I was
siren
sitting
me?
here going, dude, if we get a video of a lady, there's a lady crushing the theremin I was watching on YouTube last night. It's pretty fucking sick.
Fuck.
I'm going to get a Spotify that's just me playing Native American flute. And just put out just hours of fucking flute songs.
All right, this podcast is
Also,
done.
my flute, in case you're wondering, is in 432 hertz. Their normal model's
I'd
440.
be fucking furious if it wasn't.
Dude, it wouldn't. That'd be non-healing fucking. That'd
Yeah.
be horrible, dude. But yeah, so I'm gonna have a Native American flute. Brittany's gonna be furious when I open the mail.
Yeah.
Find a $200 Native American flute.
Tell her.
That was mid-range, dude. I
Don't
was
tell her.
eyeing up a $320. I think it was a Kia V bass flute. Oh my god, I'm gonna get a little better before I get that.
Ask it for Christmas.
For sure, I'm gonna buy my brother one for Christmas.
I got nothing coming up.
Mm.
I got to go to Jamaica
So you
on
got the big
Wednesday.
trip. Oh,
On Wednesday,
God.
I'm going to Jamaica because I'm an island boy.
Dude, it's gonna be so hard for you not to do that the whole time.
I might be top shot at the fucking thing at the resort. I think when's rally? Is that your next?
Yeah, it's December, I believe, 2nd and 3rd. I like that. Oh, dude, I'll just put it on a thing. Rally, December 2nd and 3rd. If you look up Helium St. Louis, I'll be on there. They put that on the website too. I think that's
Oh,
it.
nice. Oh yeah, I should do dates.
Yeah. Where's my phone? No, a bird dog my phone.
No, find the goddamn phone. I think. December 22nd and 23rd. If it ain't sold out already, we're gonna do the 22nd. I believe at Helium Philly is gonna be some stand up, joking around with friends. And then I think the 23rd is a live podcast from Helium.
Nice.
And then for New Year's, I'll be headlining the Irvine Improv.
You be back out in
Back out in
California,
Cali,
bro.
dude. West Coast fucks heavy with me.
You better get that thing on you, dude.
I do have that thing on me. I'm basically Biggie out there.
You better get that
They
thing
know
on.
I've talked shit.
Yeah, and watch those bums too.
The bums are going to get me. January 6th, 7th, and 8th, I'll be headlining Caroline's on Broadway here
Nice.
in New York City. Do you want to open? 6th,
I'll
7th, and
be in
8th.
St. Louis, bro.
You fucking cocksucker.
Is that January?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll be in St. Louis.
Dang gummit.
I know.
The
That'd be fun.
13th, 14th, and 15th, I'll be at the Tacoma Comedy Club. And the 20th, 21st, and 22nd is that headlining the Summit City Comedy Club.
Do you still not know where that is?
Oh, I do now. I clicked on my calendar. It's
Where?
in Fort Wayne, Indiana.
Hell yeah, dude.
Fort Wayne's going to be fucking
Fort Wayne's gonna
crazy.
be lit, dude. Yeah, I'm doing Raleigh. I don't know how do you say it. Raleigh.
Raleigh.
Doing Raleigh in December 3rd and 4th. Helium St. Louis January 7th and 8th. Helium Indy February 4th and 5th. Cap City Austin in March.
Yeah,
18th and
helium
19th.
boy.
I'm a helium boy.
Wait, when are you doing Cap City?
March 18th and 19th.
You know who's down there, right?
Who?
The Saint.
The boy, dude.
Unfortunately, I'll be March 18th and 19th. I'll be at Dania Beach.
Hell yeah.
Dania Beach.
Where's
Dania. Dania Beach in Florida.
Nice.
Yeah,
Ooh,
I'll be
that's
down there,
Lauderdale?
Fort Lauderdale way.
It's spring break, bro.
I will be down there in spring break. Oh man.
Yeah, man. That'd be fun.
All right. Thank you for listening to our podcast.
Yeah, man.
Have a good
Thanks as
week,
always.
everybody.
What's up, bro? What's happening?
What's going on here, Matt?
Chilling, dude. Just fucking,
What's all this mumbo jumbo you've gotten yourself into,
You
dude?
talking about my sebzi, bro?
What is this?
It's my sebzi. It's a ceremonial hash pipe from Morocco. It's not a big deal, dude. We've obviously, dude.
You seem to be making a big deal out of it.
I'm not making. I'm just setting it out, dude. Ceremoniously. It's a nice piece, dude. I just want to show it off. You know.
Well, I'll tell you something, Matt. I don't like it.
Some of us prize fast cars, dude. It's just this is my stuff. This is what I ball out.
What
on.
is this?
The fucking high spirits, dude? Key of G minor, 432 hertz. See it on the insignia. Rainbow moonstone with the exact ripple that 432 makes on water or sand. I'm fly as hell, dude. You hate it.
What is the top there?
This piece is called the fetish. This is what gives it its voice. So if you were to slide this thing back, it would throw off the whole sound. It has to be placed in the proper place. Billy was talking some mess about my flute. On
I heard you got
Patreon.
yours off Amazon.
Not Amazon. It's from High Spirits. It's a reputable
I heard
dealer.
it was a colonial.
Here's the thing.
I heard it was a colonist flute.
I try not to look. I try to engage in wrong speech where I harm other people in their businesses. So
Oh, yeah. You don't want to put down the man's business.
his business.
You don't want to put down a colonizer's business.
He's thriving.
Yeah.
The whole thing started because
Did they run off the real Native Americans that made those?
No, not at all, dude. They're probably working in tandem with native artists. But Billy and I was teasing him because we all went to this place in Florida, and like, Dad, I'm gonna crush this lady. She has like a little trading post. It's cool. She's a nice lady. I picked up a flute there. Mine was in the mail, so I'm like, oh, let me hear his voice. I wasn't really digging the sound, and that's all I said. Spud got one, and I was kind of like, yeah.
You picked up a bad flute.
It's a decorative piece. It's a beautiful piece, but it's more of a decorative piece. That's what I was trying to tell him.
This needs to stop.
What?
Whatever this character is. This is one of my least favorite. This is one of my least favorite characters.
I want to do a cover. This lady has a.
Dude, why are you doing this to me?
What are you doing to what?
You know you're doing this to me.
I'm not.
Why are you doing this to me, man? I was just saying how good things were. Things are good.
I'm saying they're trying to say that's a colonizer flute. That's a cover, by the way, by I believe.
By who?
That is I don't want to steal credit for that tune.
That was a cover?
That's a borrowed tune. Yeah, that's Dancing Moon by Purnell. Purnell's a beautiful artist, dude. How are you talking about I'm doing this to you? And I'm glad
you're doing
things
this
have
on
been great.
purpose,
Things have been
dude.
great. What are you talking about, dude?
You're doing this on purpose.
What? Cop the
trying to
flute?
sabotage our lives.
How?
Dude, getting into bullshit.
What are you talking about? Dude, it's a beautiful instrument, man.
It is.
It's an inlet. It's just a pentatonic minor scale. So
Can I hold it?
Yeah, dude, please. Let me.
Get
Here,
the spit out.
get the spit out of that, dude. Hold that thing.
Wow.
Feel the power.
You're right.
That thing's beautiful, man.
It's lighter than you'd think.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Man, that
Thing's
is
nice,
a
man.
beautiful piece here. The leather.
Dude, I'm dead. I've been genuinely worried about someone smashing this thing.
Really?
Between you and Brittany, I have two strong contenders for flute breakers.
Who's gonna break it? Brittany's gonna break it.
She kind of likes it. I've actually turned her around.
She's
Dude.
trying to trick herself into saying she likes
She
it.
was in the bathtub and I was playing downstairs. She's like, dude, I was about to fall asleep. It's you can't. It's 432 hertz, dude. Now that I can carry a tune on it, if you're taking a bath and you hear that droning below you, the floor below, you're just kind of like, oh man. I go on my roof deck at nighttime and just put a blanket and just fucking wail so hard on it. And dude,
This can't be. You cannot be doing this.
Yeah. So like, no one can see where it's coming. No one can see where it's coming from. So people are just probably walking their dog and they're like,
Let me hear it again.
dude. So you're walking your dog down the street and you hear this in the distance. Just
You like the end.
Oh, you got
Figured out how to do the end.
Dude, I might start getting up first thing in the morning, hitting people with one of these. Sorry, that's not good. Sorry, guys. I have too much spit in this moisture barrier. There we go. Early in the morning. But dude, it's nothing personal. This is a hobby I'm into, dude. It's nice. I'm not going to have it every single time. I wanted to show it to you.
Where does it come from? What tribes? What are we talking here?
I don't know. Honestly, I haven't done my due diligence. Dude, I'm more of a musician. You know what I mean? I'm a music guy. So it's like,
no, dude.
What?
You have dark chocolate also. Dude,
I'm more of a musician.
what are you doing today?
What are you talking about, dude? I'm here. It's Sunday.
This is out of control. Now, what's going on with that pipe?
got me
I
out
would
here
like
on
to
a
see
Sabbath.
you smoke that pipe.
Patreon. I'll save that.
You're going to save drugs for the Patreon?
I'll probably have to, but I'll need total silence. So if you guys would respect the
Why?
space. Well, it's a ceremonial pipe, dude. I can't smoke it amongst chatter. I mean, I'll go outside if I have to. Dude, how the fuck was Jamaica, dude? I haven't seen you in a while.
Jamaica was crazy, man.
Well, that's crazy.
Yeah. It wasn't really that crazy. I got fucked up at a hotel for 5 days.
Who else was with you in terms of like the demo at the place you're at?
It was a rich people place. So it was all rich adults.
I feel like when you go there, there's a lot of like Canadians.
But yeah, there were Canadians.
Yeah, man. When you go on vacation, it's just you. And you're just in Canada in another country.
Yeah. There were Canadians. British are down in Jamaica a lot.
Yeah, I could see that.
And it was like a...
Man, I'd love to sock
like
it to a British tourist.
I would love to
right in
punch
his
a...
fucking stomach,
Oh,
dude.
God, dude.
People keep asking, oh, when you come to the UK, it's like, bro, you'll know when I come there.
Yeah.
And it's going to be a
There's
fucking
gonna be
problem.
There's going to be a
It's going to be a
big-time
fucking problem when I come to the UK.
Yeah.
Do you think I'm going to walk on enemy land, dude? I never forgot.
I never forgot. If we go and do a UK tour, it's going to be a problem.
It's going to be a fucking problem, dude.
The IRA might show up
They probably will.
and come back.
They
Is
will.
this bad? Are you
No,
allowed to say that
it's
on
totally
the internet?
fine.
You're not.
It's totally
I
fine.
don't know if we're allowed to say.
Now I know why when they're like telling Muslims like, yo, denounce radical Islam, they're like, nah.
No, those guys are kind of cool.
I wouldn't be able to. Like, yo, denounce those dudes. Denounce the rock stars of your religion. I'd be
Yes.
like,
Denounce the dudes that risked it all to
You
fight
think they're
an
like,
empire.
yeah, do you think they're like Italians with the mafia? They're like, yeah, one of my uncles in the Taliban, dude. Talk shit to me.
Definitely.
There definitely got to be like Italians with the mob.
Definitely. There's all
I
dudes
got an
from
uncle
like
in
the
Taliban.
Kandahar province. So like, dude, that's their New Jersey. The Kandahar province. They're all like, yeah, my uncle knew Bin Laden. He was Bin Laden's driver.
Yeah, he
That's
kind of
very
smuggles
funny.
poppy. I do believe that. I mean, dude, how could you let
You
that
have
go?
to be. Yeah, WAPs in America are all like, yeah, I'm connected.
Oh, dude, every single Italian guy I've ever talked to,
connected.
exception of Gardini.
That's because Gardini's a law dog.
True, true that. You guys have been fucking silencing them.
Yeah, I play by the rules, dude.
True that.
Gardini, you got roughhoused a little bit last night.
Roughhouse. No,
Yeah,
You got
you
tossed
roughhoused
about-
me,
you
dude.
got tossed
took my
about?
shoe.
you got roughhoused.
What happened?
Yeah, I did get. I did take
He
a
ran
beating.
into a buzzsaw that was me and Billy teaming up to bully one person,
Oh,
Yeah.
and it was the guard dog.
Sometimes you're the hammer, sometimes you're the nail, dude. Last night I was the nail.
they got you.
Yeah, they got me.
What kind
for
of
it,
stuff were they saying?
Dude. It was just freaking.
We don't need to talk.
Just
about
junk?
It. We don't
Class A
need to talk-
psyop, dude.
Was it really?
Yeah, I fell.
Did it work, or were you
It was
able
a
to
psyop that he
withstand?
fell right into.
Yeah,
Did you really?
I wasn't prepared. I thought I was amongst friends, dude.
He
True
thought he
that.
was amongst friends, and he wanted to show us somebody on. We asked for him to show us somebody on Instagram.
Sure.
I think you probably know.
I'm aware.
So he finally was like, all right, fine. Because we were like, dude, what the heck?
First mistake.
It's not a big deal.
Gave into they did the friendly angle on you.
Yeah, me and Billy sitting on a bench together, like, come on, man. And then as soon as he gave it, we were both like, ah.
Oh, they friendlied you.
Yeah.
Oh,
Good
man.
cop, good cop. And it
Yeah,
worked.
It
was like, dude, what the fuck's your problem?
Yeah,
We're
dude,
friends.
We're fucking buds. Oh no.
But yeah, there's one thing about Jamaica that I didn't like. It was a very, very nice resort. It was like sickest place I've been. But it's just that thing where it's like a bunch of rich white people.
Yeah.
And then just black workers in like white gloves.
Yeah, dude.
And like uniforms.
Yeah. They get very slavey at those places.
Yeah.
I'm telling you.
They do.
Go to
the
Dominican
place was
Republic.
designed like I've been there. The place is designed like a plantation.
It's fucked up, dude.
Yeah.
They're like, do you want a butler? It's like, no. Stop.
No, I feel
Stop,
bad.
dude. It's fucked up, dude.
Yeah.
Even the DR, they do it, and the DRs get racist on the Haitians. They give the Haitians like the shit fucking jobs. You have to walk around and watch just like multi levels of fucking
Yeah, you get to watch the
racism.
Hispanics be mean to the Haitians. But you got to watch out. Every once in a while, those Haitians will get a little rowdy.
We'll curse you too.
Yeah, they'll curse you with a little
Dude,
voodoo.
They were telling us, they were like, that's the one. There was a guy, they fucking hate them openly. So like these fucking, like the guy working there would be like, these fucking Haitians, man, they've been coming over here, blah, 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 blah. And they
Taking our derbs.
taking our goddamn gerbs.
Yeah.
And then he basically was like, he said something like, yeah, but you got to be careful because they will hex you. So that's the only reason they respect them is because of voodoo.
The looming axe above their head, which is a voodoo curse.
Yeah, I mean, you just got to keep the chickens and like bones away from them. If you see them collecting chickens and bones, you're like, yo,
Dude, we're
what
cool.
the fuck's
We're
good?
friends.
Yo,
I've been good to you. Don't you dare.
Go weed in the shade, all right? Just fucking give me that chicken and bones.
The Haitians,
They're
they'll
terrified.
hex you.
The Haitians will rise up. Like, I'm rooting for Haiti as a country to rise up.
They've risen up.
They got
That's how
it
they
in 'em.
became a country.
I know.
They macheted a lot of people.
Yeah, man.
That was a real oversight by the French.
What, to be like,
There was like,
you know, we're boys, right?
there were like 10 white dudes surrounded by 1 million slaves, and they were like, let's give them machetes to work the sugarcane fields.
True.
These guys are never going to.
Yeah, they're probably like, yeah, we're boys, right?
Yeah, we're all good.
Like, I know you can't like do a lot of the stuff you'd like to
That
do.
was scary stuff. I talked to you about that because there's a podcast on it, Revolutions podcast, and it got scary.
Yeah, dude.
Those dudes, when they started rising up, they would all have messiahs, and they would all go into like the jungle and do like witchcraft with like blood and sacrifice and shit, and then they'd go machete everybody.
Yikes.
Yeah, scary guys.
That's terrifying.
And then those peaceful Dominicans were just like, what the heck?
The hell? We're just trying to run an honest resort
Just
here.
trying to play baseball. We're trying to play baseball. Sammy Sosa.
We're just training our 14-year-olds to be baseball stars.
Yeah, but I've run into this before. In New Orleans, I went to a place that was like this.
Yeah.
It was very like just black dudes in like bow ties and gloves.
It's not fun. They got to
Like,
strike.
how are you, sir? I'm just like, all right, man. You
Yeah.
all right? Are you all right?
Yeah, I'm telling you, man, I don't enjoy that whole setup, and it needs to stop.
And I realized I was also part of a running theme at this resort, which was a ugly fat husband and like a young hot woman. And I was like looking around like, look at these pieces of shit. And I was like, oh, fuck. Like, oh, man. What the fuck happened?
You're sharp, dude. You look sharp as hell.
I look like fucking shit, dude.
You look sharp as hell. What was it?
I'm having a rough time.
What were the drinks?
What were the drinks? You know what I was pulling up on.
Some light beer?
No, I did have some Red Stripe Lights.
Yes.
But then one day I decided,
The rum.
me and my boy Nikoi, well, I shouldn't call him that. I apologize. Me and my friend,
Yeah.
he was,
That's your boy. That's your homie.
well, chill.
What the hell?
Bro, I just came from a slave place.
True.
You can't call him that.
Dude, I think they should just like, everyone who works there should be dressed like the Baja Man. And just be in full
That would be much
vibe,
more fun.
full vibe mode. It's like,
would be-
who that? Every time you walk
Yes.
out, you're just like, fuck yeah, dude.
They are in vibe mode. They have to be nice to you.
Really?
It's definitely part of their job. They all wave to you and say hello
Yeah.
constantly.
Yeah, that's all.
Like
that's
everywhere you're going, like, hello, how are you? Like while they're doing fucking yard work.
Yeah.
They stop to be like, hey,
Hit
how's
you with
it
the
going?
wagwan, or is it kind of like
Sometimes the chill ones will hit you with like,
wagwan?
yeah. That makes me feel cool. I was giving thumbs up a lot.
That's actually kind of chill.
You know,
I'm down with that. Fucking
some dude like hacking like a bush. He's like, how's your stay? I was like, I'm just going to get fucked up in a pool.
You're like George W., dude. Just fucking. You're coming off the plane. Just fucking.
One day, got a little rowdy.
Mm-hmm.
And decided to ask the Jamaican guy what he likes, which was Guinness and Red Bull mixed.
You're drinking rum and Red Bull, dude.
Guinness and Red Bull.
What the fuck, dude? Red Bull's stronger than Guinness.
And I was like blacked out, and I was like, "This is actually delicious. I'll have 3 of these." Threw up. Threw up.
He drinks Guinness and Red Bull.
He hexed me.
It's true.
That was a Jamaican hex. He was like, "This is what we all drink," and he was just like, "Here's 2 pieces of shit drinks." I had like 3 Red Bulls. I was so sick.
3 Guinness and Red Bulls?
Yeah.
That can't be a
And
thing.
then you drink Ting and rum, dude.
Ting's fucking
Ting's
nice.
good.
Dude. That's a grape. Isn't that like the grapefruit juice?
Yeah.
Rum and Ting is nice.
Rum and Ting is good, but rum is a lot.
Yeah.
Drinking rum's tough.
Yeah, that was my choice. That was my drink of choice.
In college, we all used to drink.
Yeah.
You get like Admiral Nelson's.
Yeah.
Just garbage. But down there, they have like good rum.
Mm-hmm.
But
Dude, Captain Morgan was
Rum's
the
a
top
lot.
of the pier for me.
yeah.
I would try Sailor Jerry's and I'd be like,
Yeah, it's
nothing
all
was
bad.
as
Rum
delicious as
sucks.
Captain Morgan. It's just vanilla extract.
He got me one day. Nikoi.
You got you again.
He got me and my lady.
Was this your point man?
There was a pool that had a bar in it. That was the one we went
Okay.
to.
So your boys, you had the wet
Yes.
bar?
Yes.
Fuck, I love
I
that,
was
dude.
just
That's
pissing.
worth- that's
Just
worth-
Sit there and piss, get sunburned, just like.
I'm telling you what, it's kind of worth all of the horrible historic overtones of the
is,
place.
it
To be
really
able to just like shittily swim up to a stool and pee and drink like a watered down pina colada.
It's the best.
It's all worth it. It's all worth it. We needed to do all that to get to there, to where someone could just swim.
We do need to thank our forefathers for all that they did to allow us fat whites to just
be in a pool. Like, that's enough sun for the day. I'm going back to my
going
quarters.
back to my cabana.
What is this, sushi? Very nice.
So we were drinking, and he was like, "The rum here is very good. You got to try the rum."
Yeah.
And then he poured 5 shots of rum.
What?
He was like, "You got to try this one. Taste this one. Try this one. Taste it." And I was just like, "Dude."
What?
Yeah, that was at like 2 in the afternoon.
What was good with the
It was
spliff?
a rough day.
That is a rough day.
That was a bad day.
What was good with the spliffs?
I didn't smoke any pot.
The weed down there is, everyone thinks it's awesome. It's from what I've seen, what I've heard of down there, I should say. I've never been. It's been not the best.
Really?
Yeah, dude. I mean, not the best in terms of people who are spoiled to like.
Yeah, I think American weed's probably pretty good.
It is. It's
Yeah.
also pretty. I've been trying to fight against the designer aspect of weed. Dude, I went into a dispensary recently, and they're like, "This stuff's like 37." I'm like, "How is this 30? This is crazy.
Yeah, why would it be?
It's too high, dude.
Yeah.
It's being amped up.
It's
Everyone,
like those mushrooms.
that was some strong
It's like
genetics.
those hellish mushrooms. Did you ever munch any of those?
No, dude,
Oh, yeah.
they got lost. They got lost in
I
the
ratted
sauce.
you out.
They got lost in the sauce.
I ratted you out on one of those. On O'Connor's podcast.
Fair enough.
It's so funny.
I hit them in a box of crackers. It's a safe place to fly with mushrooms, by the way. You put them in crackers. It's like they look just like them, as far as the eye in the sky. And let's just say we have little 4-legged friends that sometimes get into things, dude. That's all I'll say about that.
That's all we can say.
Although it's an organic substance, so it's like people
you
need
said
to
the 4-legged friend was totally fine.
bro. The 4-legged friend's gotten into weed before, and that destabilizes 4-legged friends. Like, I'm talking like, because I was like, oh my god,
Yeah.
he was just pumped.
4-legged friend.
He was just pumped, and then it was too pumped to where it was suspicious, to where it was like usually 9 o'clock. He's curled up, ready to chill.
Yeah.
If I walked by him, it was full pounce, laying like kind of like and I was like, I'm gonna take these guys for a walk, and I took him to a field for like an hour
Yeah.
and just let
I
him.
didn't know both of the 4-legged friends got it.
Just one.
Yes.
Just one. At least I assume just one.
The
My
other
other
one
four-legged
might have
friend,
champed it.
my other four-legged friend's a little more finicky with what they eat, but this other four-legged friend will eat anything, and he got a taste of some fucking penis envies.
Yeah.
And
He ate some mushrooms.
Dude, it was nothing to. I mean, you got to think animals in the wild just munch shit all the time.
Yeah.
So, and there's a lot of. I've seen Planet Earth where they like lizards and shit will like lick stuff that they'll like bears will
Yeah,
like
yeah.
trip out. They do it on purpose. I mean, maybe they don't know what they're doing, but it's not an altered state.
Yeah.
I don't know why people are so weird about dogs in altered states.
I don't know why like wives are such jerks about dogs in altered states.
It's an animal, dude.
I wish wives would get over the fact that sometimes our 4-legged friends
Our wife is still
want to see color.
Dude, I mean, he was so fucked. Like, I'd walk by him and he would be laying there and just go, boom, play position. I'm like, dude,
Yeah,
chill, man, chill. And it was like no chill.
man.
So I took him out to the field and we just ran. We just ran around. It was actually a really fun time.
That's awesome.
Tired him out. Then I made a little fucking bed for him, and I was like, brother, go to bed.
Yes.
And he just slept
You
all
shamaned.
night. I had to, bro.
You guided him.
I walked downstairs and was just like, fuck! He's like, what? And I was like, Jackson ate my crackers.
You have become Mr. Marsh from South Park. You really have. Like, oh, Jackson ate my crackers. Everything's fine. Oh, fuck.
I was like, shit, fuck. Yeah, man, that was I was trying to keep that under the belt, but
That's all right. It's nothing. You can't get in
it's an
trouble for
organic
that.
substance.
It's a fun story.
It's
That's totally false. We're making it up.
of course, jokes for the
She's
pod.
gonna buy that.
She knows. She's a dot connector, bro. She's gonna be
It's
like,
not hard to connect. It's pretty clear what happened here. We can get rid of that if you want to avoid that.
no, man, let it play.
Yeah,
It's good airtime.
that's just gonna be a fight in like a week, out of nowhere.
I'd rather fight about that than whatever I don't know we'll fight about later. So it's like,
Yes.
let me be prepared.
Yeah,
I'll build up
true.
some arguments. I'll build up a defense. So yeah, dude, I feel good. Yeah, we are. This podcast isn't a good place, bro. Besides the fucking bullshit, dude. I forgot about that. I forgot we got assailed by a cyber criminal.
Yeah,
A
is that
cyber
exactly
fraud.
what happened?
Dude, it has to be, man.
Did you send that to our inside man at the
I-
YouTube?
Dude, I fucked up. I sent it, but I think I just sent it to you.
Yeah, I think so too.
We have a strong case for copyright fraud. Someone's doing fraudulent claims against us, so we have a strong case. I think we got to get a lawyer, though.
Shout out Ryan Long. He was quick to be like, "Here's what you got to do."
He's a great bro.
Hooked it up. He's an elite bro. But
He's a great bro.
One of the pieces of advice he had was tweet at my YouTube or whatever.
They did do a goddamn
Dude,
thing.
as soon as I was like, "Hey, YouTube, help out me and my friend Matt," like every comment was like, "Yeah, you fucking Jews, motherfuckers." I was like, "God damn it,
Stop.
This isn't helping." Yo, dude, I've been on my Twitter.
I heard
I've been
you've been active,
tweeting.
dude. You've been active.
I'm active on Twitter now.
Yeah, dude, that's what's up.
Yeah,
I
nice.
like the format of just tweet and delete
Dude,
instantly.
you got to delete it. I gotta
Treating it like
delete
Snapchat fucking rules. So then you can just be like, fucking tweet that. What are you
Yeah.
talking about?
Except one guy was just saving all of them.
Of course, dude.
That jerk.
It's not one guy. There's a couple probably characters doing that.
Last night, what, iPhone 12? Dude, iPhone 12 was so funny. I deleted all those like a coward. Every once in a while, Billy will guide me on what to say.
When Billy gets a hold of your social media, dude.
It's so funny.
He's got a lot of pent up social media energy too, because he's been fighting his demons.
Last night, he made me tweet like why not me or something like that. Like, why not me? If something like that with like emojis. And then the next one was like a picture of his phone. It was like iPhone 12, like the emoji with like swirly eyes. And I started getting texts from people that were like,
Are you okay?
Are you all right? Is everything okay? You're spiraling.
You're having fun, dude.
I thought it was funny.
Don't they get the bit?
Some people do, but a lot of them don't. Like,
True.
dude, that one I posted of that tiger.
The tiger was the best.
Tiger on my Instagram, and people truly.
When you were like, you find out who your real friends are during your darkest periods.
I went through my darkest time alone, so sorry if I act like I don't need your help, but thank you to the select few that stood by me and helped me find the courage to pick myself back up. It's a picture of a tiger.
I mean, if you don't know,
It was like Tom Green commented, like, "We love you."
I mean, dude, imagine how sick it would be, because that is just like a wave of being you can be on, where you just like see that quote and you're like, fuck yeah, dude. And you toss it out and you're like, I fully, not ironically, stand behind this 100%.
Yeah, it's nice.
That rules, dude.
Yeah,
Fucking rules.
you would like Tom Green.
Tom
You
Green's
would like what he's up to.
What's he up to?
He just took his dog in a van and went fucking chilling in the desert.
What?
Yeah, bro. He needs your flute.
He picked up the bug out bag
Yeah.
and took off.
Yeah,
Yeah, Tom Green fucking rules. So they're just chilling in the desert in a van?
they were. I don't know if they are still, but
True.
you would have liked it. He would go live, just him and his dog chilling.
Yeah, that kind of rules.
That does rule.
I'm
I can
just
see
scared.
that in your future.
I'm scared of van life, dude. I don't want Brittany to freak out and kill me. You can get killed doing van life by your romantic partner.
You will get killed.
You might.
Almost always.
I
If
might
you
get-
van life long enough, somebody dies.
True that.
You can't. That's not a sustainable
Van life.
van life.
The urge to murder is probably so strong. It's you're like, yeah, me and my wife are going to drive cross country and live in a van. It's like, dude, are you trying to kill your wife?
Yeah.
That's the only viable alternative. Turn
my
around.
God.
Turn around.
You ever stay in a hotel for more than 2 days with a woman?
Yeah.
It's just like, I wish I could go to a different room.
That's why they fucking make you can only open the windows for like 4 inches. every
Kills
single time I open them, I'm like, God damn it, dude.
Oh, fuck.
But yeah, man, dude, so yeah, Jamrock was sick.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Vacation with a lady.
Vacation with a lady.
Ooh la la. I'll say this. You don't have to talk. You don't have to step on these grounds, but dude, when you go to vacation with a woman, they step it up, bro. When you go to vacation with a girl, it's
pie time.
It's fucking fun time, dude. And you know, again, especially when you're dating for a long time, certain things go up on the top level of the shelf, and they don't want to reach up and grab them. You go on vacation, and it's just the smorgasbord, full smorgasbord.
Yes.
To the point where it's almost you're kind of like I could farm coconuts, bro. Let's stay down here. Let's stay down here. I could fucking, if I live in the DR, I can touch the A.
You can get the A.
I can get the Amy.
The Amy.
Dude, now you can work from remote. There's so many people now working remote in the DR and
should
like
just
other
do
places.
Zoom comedy shows.
Just so you can get the Amy, dude.
Get like $10. Do a Zoom comedy show. Just stay in the DR
And just get Amy, dude.
all day.
Get Amy. And then eventually the polls shift. Eventually the polls would shift where you wouldn't get the Amy because that would become home. And then you come back to America and then you're getting Amy in the States.
You need to move. Yeah, dude. You gotta find what you're like a migrating animal.
Yeah.
You gotta find the water holes. You gotta constantly go to where the Amy is.
The Amy migrates, dude.
The Amy does migrate. The Amy needs to be somewhere special.
I know.
God.
That's evolutionary, dude. If you're a woman, that's like your ace of spades. You can't just be busting out the Amy everywhere.
The Amy.
You got to be like,
some girls bust the Amy out. They're just useless.
They must have grown up in lush environments where there was plenty of like wildlife. Because if you grew up amongst scarcity, you guard the Amy. Because you're like, no.
I need this. This is my ticket out of here.
Yeah, dude, we gotta find.
The Amy is their ticket to lush environments.
That's the Amy for sure, dude. For sure.
It's their golden ticket.
That's a travel agent, dude.
It's the chocolate factory.
Dude, it's like, even if it's so powerful. I'm not even one of those guys that's like, I demand butt sex. Just let my thumb touch it, bro.
Yeah.
Let the thumb grace the Annie, dude. I'm done. That's the eject button. If I touch the Annie, done.
Yeah. It's actually a nice way to hit the eject button.
It's the
Sometimes if you can't crumb.
It's the ultimate way.
I gotta get out of this.
That's why it's there, dude. It's there strictly for heterosexual men to touch with their thumb. That's it.
Guard dog, you like touching the Annie?
If I could be honest with you guys, I just did mere hours ago.
We touched.
What the fuck?
the
Wash
hell?
your damn
Not
hands.
my eight, someone else's butt. I didn't get my
Touch your
butt
own
touched.
asshole?
No.
That's also the eject button.
I know that's
They built
what
in
I
on
was
you.
talking about.
If you have no Annie to touch, you are blessed with your own Annie if you have to hit the eject button.
Self-eject.
Oh, there's no darker period in your life than experimenting with your Annie, and it's all over, and you just go,
You've experimented with your Annie?
I've hit the eject button.
Never whacking off. You fingered your own butt.
No, I didn't finger my butt. I've literally touched the button. I didn't like jam. I've never jammed my finger up my butt.
So while whacking off, you did one of those?
I was touching the perineum, and then you just kind of go, what's this Annie all about? And you're done, and you go, I don't want that in my life, dude.
Yeah.
I stood at the threshold of the Annie.
You sit on your roof.
Just the Coco Pelli, dude. But yeah, dude, yeah.
Do you have any songs that would be appropriate for touching your own Annie in the guilt you might feel?
I would stay towards the bottom of the scale for sure. I wouldn't go up high at all.
No.
I would just fucking.
What have I done?
I would stay on those 3 notes. This is more for after you touch Bay's Annie. That's how this thing was built. The first 3 notes you play after you touch your Annie. The top 3 notes if you touch Bay's Annie.
I'm excited for you to hit that. Is that hash you're going to smoke out of that?
Yeah, it's yes.
Is that strong?
Stronger than weed,
than
but
weed?
it's not. It's dry sift, so it's not like if it was bubble, then we'd have to have
Yeah.
I might have to have someone in white gloves come pick me up, dude, if it was bubble. But
Yeah, it was one day we got fucked up. We became like almost like swingers.
Oh,
we would
yeah.
just wait at this bar, and then if another couple came, we'd be like, "Where are you guys from?"
You want vacation
Sick.
friends, yeah.
Vacation friends. We did make a vacation friend family.
Really?
Yes. It was a good time.
How much of a family? What was the setup?
It was a man and his woman and their 2 kids.
Oh, nice.
It was very fun.
It's good swinging.
Time.
That's good swinging.
That was great swinging. And the man opened up like
Did
a
he?
flower, dude.
Was he
opened up to
Canadian?
us. No, he was a black fellow from America.
Nice.
Which ruled.
Nice.
That helped us.
True.
That helped us feel a little less like
Yeah.
colonizers.
Sure, yeah.
You know, I let him boss around the Jamaicans.
I'm sure he
Tell
probably
him to
fucking
get us stuff.
That's like a step down from the African, like the Caribbean dudes are like a intermediary step between
Yes.
African dudes and American black dudes. There's beefs, dude.
I mean, literally,
Yeah, true.
that's how that worked.
But yeah, pretty much.
I mean, that's kind of how it's.
Yeah.
Sadly.
No, I hear what you're saying.
Sadly.
But yeah, that's the how'd he feel about fucking was he Boston or was he very
I don't think he drank that much, and he did that day. He was drinking with us.
Really?
He got loose, and it
What?
was very funny.
God, that's gotta be
He
so
opened
fun.
up to us about getting like a DUI, like within like 10 minutes.
Everyone can get one, dude.
That's what I said to him. I was
Don't
like,
feel ashamed at all.
Don't feel bad.
Everyone can get one. 2, you gotta start asking questions.
Yeah.
Everyone can get one DUI.
And then his son was like, he never talks this much. I was like, he's
How
having
old's the
fun.
boy?
That boy was probably 12.
Really? That's a good age.
Yeah.
That's a great age for a son.
Yeah, I don't think he's ever seen his dad hammered like this. His dad
Really?
was fucked up. And then
Did you have any role in his state?
Of course I did. Of course. They were like, we're going to get out of here. I was like, dude, have one more. Come on, man.
You got him hammered.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yes. He got sick too.
Did he?
I saw him the next day at breakfast.
How was he feeling?
He had gotten very sick. He was bad.
What was he sipping on?
I was hammered, and I was like, damn, that guy's fucked up.
Really?
Yeah. They went and got a Bluetooth speaker. And like while he was
Strong move.
While he was carrying it back, he just stood there. It was like dancing. And
He was recharging
and everyone was
himself.
like, "Bring it into the pool," and he just wouldn't listen. And just
He had to recharge himself.
yeah, it was wonderful.
And what was he jamming
No.
on?
We were listening to some cool rap.
Nice.
Yeah, we let Nikoi pick some.
Hell yeah.
Like, what do you like?
Was
He's
Nico-
like Drake. I was
Really?
like, bro, you're telling me.
Dude, I think like mixes, like DJ mixes originated in Jamaica. Having
Really?
like a 7-song mix that you blend together, I believe that originated in Jamaica. So,
Jamaica's cool.
dude, Jamaica fucking rules.
Although the white people bothered the fuck out of me.
What were
They
they
were
up to?
embarrassing.
What were they up to?
There was
Showing
like a
their ass?
band. There was like a nice outdoor dinner area we were eating at, and there was like these 3 Jamaican dudes that were just playing sick music.
Yeah.
And they were like, "Do you have any requests? What do you want?" And this lady was like, "Play Bob Marley." And they were like, "Oh, of course, yeah."
Yeah. That's one of the
And then when the white people would respond in patois,
what?
and that annoyed the fuck out of me.
What?
Like the Jamaican guys were teaching them how to say like "Irie,"
Yeah.
and they'd be like, "Okay, man, Irie. All right, that's cool."
No, you have to go hit a full boomaclat. Like boomaclat.
I stood up.
We don't need no lessons on this ting, dude.
Yeah, I showed them Chet.
What'd he say?
They were like, "What the fuck is this?" I was like, "Chet Hanks, dude. He's the
Tom
best."
Hanks' son.
Yeah, they didn't know Tom Hanks.
What? Good for them. Thank God he's never made his way down there.
Better at that pedophile.
That's might be the right's my favorite aspect of their political philosophy right now is to call every single person a pedophile and be like fucking pedophiles.
Yeah.
Dude. I really enjoy that. It's very funny to be like Tom Hanks, pedophile. It's so funny. That must suck so bad. You know, because the left mischaracterizes people, and that's no fun. When you're like, "Hey, man, that's not what I am."
Racist, all that.
But they get
the
hit
right
with a
answer, dude.
pedo,
Everybody
bro.
was like, "Oh, you think being called racist is bad?
Yeah.
You fuck kids." It's like, wait, no, I don't.
What?
It's like, yeah, that's how this works.
It's like, yeah, like you say you like kids. It's like, yeah, everyone likes kids. It's like, pedophile.
Pedophile, dude.
Fuck.
Yeah, I was actually on the way here. I was listening to some cool shit you would have liked.
What are you listening on?
I unplugged my iPhone and it just happened to be on some type of like rapture religious channel. It was awesome.
That is pretty tight.
We need to stop worrying about global warming, dude. That's earth worship.
True that.
That's very anti-biblical.
That's actually
A
true.
world government, which is what the earth worshippers want,
Yeah.
very anti-biblical.
Oh, big time, dude.
The Antichrist is coming.
Yeah. Yeah, man. Give unto Caesar's what is Caesar, dude. But
Yep.
Caesar's trying to grab everything. And it's like, no. It's coming, bro. But yeah, dude, we were down having a nice time in Florida where we all bought our flutes and stuff. Well, mine came from High Spirits, but we're having
Yours was from white people, right?
again. The one guy, the main person there, I believe, is a man. He's a Caucasoid.
Caucasoid, yeah.
Caucasoid. But again, I would imagine they work hand in hand with artists of all types. They're music first. They're not really so much on optics. They're music first. So, I would imagine they have some sort of program, although my next flute probably will be from Blue Bear Flutes. That dude I've been watching a lot of his videos. Dude, there's a video where he's a flute maker, a native. He claims that he was playing one time, fell asleep, continued to play while he was asleep, and then when he came to, everyone was like, dude.
Snored into a flute. You can put a flute in a horse's nose and
He was like, guys, they told me I passed out and I was sleeping, but I was sitting up and I came to. And
what are all these weird flexes all these dudes do?
I mean, dude, he's just telling.
This is why you like this shit.
What are you talking about, dude?
You love these types of
what?
dickheaded flexes.
What are you?
You're like,
it's not dickhead.
Bro, I just have this spirituality and
dude, if you
I'll sit up on the roof and just play.
You don't understand this instrument, dude. This instrument, I'm telling you. First of all, how do you play with eyes closed or eyes open?
With what?
The flute. Your eyes should be closed when you play this. Your
I
eyes
always
are closed.
close my eyes closed.
Of course, and when your eyes are closed, dude, I'm with the guy. I haven't fallen asleep yet, but you do go other places, dude. You play the thing and 4 minutes go by in a second. It's fucking sick. So I'd appreciate it if you didn't come at me.
I'm not coming at you.
I'd appreciate if you didn't attack my music.
I'm not attacking you, but I will say this: that is right up your alley.
What? Just fucking music? Yeah, for sure.
No,
love
just
making music.
Folklore? A guy making a YouTube video and being like, I fell asleep and just kept playing. Dude.
I am a sucker for.
I am a sucker for. That's cool.
What's that word? Apocryphal. I'm a sucker for apocryphal tales. They're they're wildly exaggerated stories that are just taken to be true because they sound so cool.
Yeah.
I mean, this dude claims. Look, I don't. You can take it up with the owner of Blue Bear Flutes, but
maybe I will.
His advice is pretty solid because he's like, this is a trick to playing the flute. And really, it's before you play, you close your eyes and you breathe and you start just picturing a thing, and then you try to play that thing. So,
what do you mean? Picture
your love for your child, love for your podcast partner. I don't know, just stuff.
Would you play me a song that made you think of love of me?
Oh yeah, I could play. I mean, I could play a picture.
What would that sound like? What are you thinking about? What are you thinking about?
Huh?
What were you thinking about?
Thinking about you, dude. Did you hear when I went up high? I was like,
yeah.
Same about you.
It was very nice.
Thank you. I was
you know how if Billy gets a hold of my social media, people are like, are you all right? I get texts about you. When you started going on Instagram, people are like, is he good? Is he all right? And I'm like, yeah, dude, this is the best he's been. This is good.
Easily, dude. Easily the best. Yeah, dude. I don't. It is for me. It is very, very fun to go live and hit a Native American flute.
Of course.
But yeah, I
gotta go back to what I was getting drunk on live.
Dude, that was the funniest shit in the world.
I only did it twice.
Getting drunk on live and then featuring Big Phil on there was the funniest fucking thing.
Oh, dude, I got in a battle with some family members on Thanksgiving.
What happened?
It was battle.
They ran into was it Buzzsaw v Buzzsaw or was it?
It was me and my lady. It was a buzzsaw.
She's a buzzsaw.
Dude, couple drinks. We're talking Gutfeld. We're talking Gutfeld.
She
turns
felt.
into me and her turn into two Gutfelds ourselves. And these fucking dumb liberals were trying to come at us.
What?
We were both sitting there yeah, right.
So there were some libs.
There were some libs. There's some libs in my family. All Thanksgiving, no politics, and then we got back to my parents' house, had a couple cocktails.
Yeah.
That's when it started. Then the vaccine talk started.
Really?
Yeah. Good vaccine talk.
Yeah.
They want the mandates. They want the federal government mandating it.
Shit.
And I was like, bro, we can't do that.
You got to hop on to Hoss's Substack.
Why?
Hoss has a Substack where he lays out perfect little arguments against when people hit you with it. You read it and you're just like, perfect.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they're like 1 minute. They're like quick little things. Hoss is just crunching numbers.
They have theirs.
Yeah,
MSNBC and CNN give them their response.
Did you see that thing on The View? when they had the lady. So there's apparently a lady.
God
who
damn, I got a bit of a cough.
You got a cough,
Could be COVID.
bro. I hate. I don't want to be cavalier about it, but it's at the point where I'm like, I had to have been exposed to it by now.
Yeah.
Had to have been exposed to it. Not everything links up to every. I have a weird.
When I was
body.
at Rogies, I had been exposed to it.
Yeah, dude, you're fucking. You have immunity. I'd love to see my antibodies. I might not have any antibodies.
Dude, I had thick antibodies.
Yeah, some good bands.
Yes.
I might just be no antibodies at all. It might just completely pass through me.
There's a decent chance.
I'm telling you, I don't, But apparently though, I know someone who just got it and they were like, it fucking crushed.
Really?
them. They got fucked.
Yeah. I'm
So-
sure if I get it again, I'll get the business.
No, you
I
probably
got lucky with the first one.
No, dude, it would. I mean, according to everything else, it should be less severe. You have natural antibodies. You have the mark of the beast.
The vaccine.
You have the mark of the beast.
I do have the mark of the beast. What the fuck, dude? You want to make fun of me for getting a vaccine?
I'm kidding. No,
That's not spiritual of you
I'm kidding,
to
dude.
criticize your friends.
It's a joke, dude. In a spiritual circle, you would joke about stuff like that. Obviously, it doesn't matter either way. This is the fucking physical realm. I'm not going to get hung up on it.
The
either way.
Antichrist is coming.
Nah, dude. Oh, dude, this is actually what you reminded me of. So we were in Florida. We're down there in Florida, and we're having a nice time, dude. There's a band playing like early '90s hits. Some guy in
Nice.
long hair was playing like Guns N' Roses and shit.
That's Florida.
3-piece band, power trio, which you know me, and I love power trios.
Yes.
So there's a power trio. That's why I'm waiting to see your face go. So they're fucking killing it, dude. It was awesome. And then these guys come, same thing of like, repent now or go to hell.
Yes.
So all these families are having a fun time, and they're like, nice, man. And all of a sudden, they're just like, you will go to hell. After,
Yeah.
and you're watching everyone. I just watched everyone's face go like, I forgot we die. Fuck. Everyone's like grabbing their kids,
Yeah.
just like,
A power trio banging Guns N' Roses, you're like, I might never die.
oh, for sure.
Death is not real.
Oh, dude, it was time stopped. Everyone's
Yeah.
having fun. It's like everyone's dancing, having a good time. Kids are dancing, and people were just like, sinners repent. You're going to hell. The world's ending. And everyone's just like the dudes would be like, 'cause you can't, like, I guess you don't want to
Yeah.
punch them in the face, but the dudes would kind of look at them like, shut the fuck up, dude. Stop talking about hell right now.
Yeah. Don't
What the
bring
fuck's
up
your
hell.
problem? Dude, dudes would like perk up and be like, fucking, I'm not going to fucking hell, dude. Fuck you.
Yeah.
It's so fun.
Those guys are the best, though.
But it was
I
wholesome.
do support them.
We're having wholesome fun. It wasn't like, if it was like a porn convention, yeah, but like, people were sitting there with their kids watching music, and they're like, devils, go to hell.
Yeah.
And they're like, dude, come off of it, man.
They're fun, though.
It is fun. It was very fun to watch the music sound and that the way everyone's interacting with that, and then like apocalyptic messaging, and watch people like those two worlds, they collided for a second. Everyone was just like, in the middle is like, I used to love her, playing that Guns N' Roses. Dude, it was so fucking funny to watch dudes flex like, fuck you, dude, you're going to hell.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was.
I liked them when they were at Drexel. When we would get to see those boys.
That was like, they were the real, they were the
Those
guys
were
coming down
Westboro
being like,
boys.
you're gay.
Yeah.
Yeah, those dudes were wicked.
People would try to talk shit and be like, actually, we're allowed to do whatever we want. They'd be like, slut.
Yeah.
Everyone would be like, yo.
Those dudes did crush.
Yeah.
Those
They
dudes
crushed me. They knew my weakness.
hit you with Notre
They're
Dame
like,
sucks.
Notre Dame sucks. And I was like, whoa, dude.
Fuck, dude.
This
What
guy.
is this magic, dude? Yeah, that was pretty wicked.
He knew I was a papist.
He did.
That's why he was mad.
Yeah, true.
He saw the Notre Dame and he was like, fucking papist.
Those guys
pedophile.
hate popes.
Yeah.
Do they? Westboro Baptist hates his
Yeah.
pope. Makes sense. I can see that. The Pope, gay guys. Who else is on their shit list? I think it's just Pope
Jews.
and Jews.
Oh, big time.
Westboro Baptist.
Yeah.
Interesting.
They killed Jesus, according to the Westboro Baptists.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's beef, Well,
And they denied the Messiah.
biblically, no, they know. He wasn't in Romania. I mean, that's a historical fact. So,
Yeah.
yeah, you can say that. Pontius Pilate didn't want to do it.
Yeah.
He's like, what problem do you have with this man?
Yeah.
And they're all
And
just
they're
like, kill him.
kill him.
Kill him.
And Pontius Pilate was like, yeah, I don't care. Kill
I mean,
him.
I'm in a good place in my life. I've totally forgiven the Jews for killing Jesus. I'm like totally over it now.
Yeah.
I mean, when I was like 6, 7, 8, 9, I was like genuinely like, what the fuck? I was pissed.
Yeah, we would get that pamphlet. Remember when we do Stations of the Cross?
Yeah, dude.
And then one of the pictures was like, but the Jews said, crucify him.
Yeah,
crucify him.
Yeah.
I was like,
Dude, I've like researched this not long ago I was like, what's like because a lot of religions have like a mystical sect, and apparently Jews do have the Kabbalah, but I was trying to look up like what is the actual, like, what's the point of it? What's the end? Usually there's a state you're trying to reach. And And I'm like, I was looking into like Jewish spirituality, and there's a big problem in Judaism right now. Where like I was reading this, a Jewish person was writing this saying like, we don't have really a real spiritual tradition.
Yeah.
But it's like, it's kind of Christian. If you want to be spiritual as a Jewish person, it's like Christianity kind of like came in and was like, here's the fucking, kind of took the sauce.
Can we take a pause for a second?
Take a pause.
I need a pause here.
Take a pause.
I have a fucking dang thing in my throat.
To get a dang thing out.
God damn it.
Thing is so I can say
Oh my god.
get some fresh air in here. That's actually really nice. That's really nice.
We're back.
We back, dude.
Sorry,
We
I
back
got a
on.
bit of a frog in my throat.
That happens, man.
It's because I was hitting a vape yesterday.
You're hitting the vape.
Yeah.
And what time did you go to bed?
Right now, I just started talking and my throat hurts.
What time did you go to bed?
Fuck.
I got cough drops in my bag if you want one.
Yes, please.
All right.
We went to bed. We probably left there at like 2. I can't believe Billy was still there.
Yeah. What?
Yeah. Not boozing, not partying, but just being a jerk.
He wasn't boozing?
No. No, he didn't drink at all. Spud was drinking.
I was drinking.
You were having too much.
Banged up.
You were banged up. That was fun to see. Thank you very much, Matthew.
Of course, bro. Of course.
Fuck.
What?
Wait,
For real,
can I
dude.
have more stuff?
Yeah, that's careful though. That's high menthol. I don't know how you guys do cough drops. I go high menthol. Dude, I hit Brittany with that all the time, dude. It pisses her off. I'm like, I always read the grams. I'm like, this is 5 more milligrams of menthol than usual. Like, just so you know. She goes, you stop. I love pissing her off when she's in a bad mood. She's like, I'm really in a bad mood right now. And I'm like, okay. I'm like, so it's pretty nice. Look at that sky, dude. It's so fun to do
Yeah.
that. Like, look how beautiful the sky is.
Yeah, I get
You
mad.
stop.
I've been with my lady for a long period of time just
2
now.
weeks.
Yeah. Of like kind of nonstop.
Yeah,
No real fights.
that's good.
Although one night, oh dude, it was so funny. Every once in a while she'll try to fight. And
Really?
she had nothing. We were at like a 5-star resort. I was spending $1 million
You
on
fucked
this
up.
fucking thing.
Dude, that text was killing me. I blew it. I blew it.
Dude, I fucked up. This place is the most expensive place I've ever been.
I was laughing. I'm not going to eat for the rest of the trip.
Dude, we got our first fucking tab back. It was like $250 for like 2 cheeseburgers.
Jeez.
Yeah, they got me. Yeah. Anyway,
At least I'm belly not hungry though, dude.
no, my belly been bunda. Fucking
I'm belly
very
hungry,
full,
dude. I'm belly hungry.
But
That feed the Utes, dude.
in the middle, yo, big shout out to them Utes. Massive. We're just sitting there. We started talking about Brian Laundrie and the girl he killed in the van.
Okay, yeah.
And then out of nowhere, she just goes, "You don't even know how old Brian Laundrie was." And I was like,
What's that got to do
what?
with it?
She stormed off back to the room.
What? Wait,
was
what was
like-
the argument though?
There was no argument.
Well,
We were in the middle of just talking about it and
Yeah.
like laughing.
yeah,
We were having the whole thing was good.
sure.
And then out of nowhere, she was just like,
She turned on you.
she bucked so hard, but she didn't have anything to be mad at.
Sure.
So she just goes, "You don't even know how old Brian Laundrie was." And I was like, "Wait, what? What are you doing?" And she's like, "I'm going to my room." And she started walking away, and I was like, "Why are you? What are you doing?
Dude, what is this?
What are you even? That's what you're mad at? I didn't know how old Brian Laundrie was."
I assume he's in his 30s.
Yeah,
Did you look it up?
I guess he was the same age as her, or close. He was young,
Okay.
something like that.
That guy wasn't in his 30s?
Maybe he was. Maybe my woman.
You tell me that guy must be a relationship prodigy to be that wise and that young.
But yeah, I don't know. And
I
then
gotta stop making fun of the dude who murdered his girlfriend in van life.
killed himself in a swamp.
He's 24.
He killed himself. He's 24.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wait, no. Yeah.
People usually save that for like the twilight of their years.
Yeah,
Plot it out. That's the
Utes.
problem. He did
was
it.
a Ute.
He tried to do it too early. You gotta wait if you want to kill your wife, dude. You gotta wait.
Them want to kill them.
You gotta wait, man.
But
You gotta do well time.
she realized what she had done because I was like, "You can't be mad at me."
Yeah.
Like while she was walking away, I was like, "This isn't nice." Oh, I'm sorry. This isn't nice. I hit her with one of those, and she turned around. She was like, "Actually, I just wanted to get my vape." was like, so that's how you did it, you fucking psycho?
So it's nicotine cravings.
Yeah.
That's nicotine cravings, dude.
I know, but she, instead of just being like, hey, I want to go get my vape, which would have been, I would have been like, oh, great, go get
Yeah,
it.
well, you didn't have to get
So
psyop.
I was like, you don't even know how old Brian Laundrie was. I'm out of here. It was the craziest move I've ever seen.
Dude, it is impressive the levels to which they can like mentally dodge and weave to psyop. They can play on like 90 levels, dude. It's insane.
Yeah, but it's dumb. It's always dumb.
It stinks for sure, but it's
They just
so
know they can get away with it.
I know, but it's so effective.
I mean, yeah, all spaz.
Dude, you can be talking and they'll hit you with like something that's not even true from like 3 months ago that you're like, I can't disprove this.
Yeah.
It's like you've gone beyond the limits of my memory and I'm pretty sure that's not right. Dude, it's insane. It's like, Mel, you said you're going to, and it's like, I don't remember.
Yeah.
And you're like, did I say, you're like, fuck. It's like, that's not the fucking
You don't
point
even know
here.
how old Brian Laundrie is. I'm out of here. I was like, what the fuck are you mad at? But it was funny because like literally like the sun was setting. We were at an outside like I mean, it was beautiful.
It's as beautiful
on
as
the
possible.
beach. We were on the beach.
It's beautiful as
And I
possible.
was like, you're mad at me? You're mad right now.
That's good. That's good. That was instantly resolved in a friendly way. If you get into a deep fight in a tropical climate, that's the darkest that's like the darkest period of relationships possible.
Yeah.
Getting in like a
Vacation flights are
vacation flights are tough stuff.
I would take
dude.
my girl to Notre Dame every year and I would get in a vicious fight with her.
Yeah.
Every game.
That's tough.
Every time I would take her to a Notre Dame game, I'd be blacked out.
Yeah.
There would be a battle.
You're having a good
They
time.
like to fight you when you're hammered
Oh,
because
it's
they know you can't defend yourself.
true.
They know in the morning you can't be like, you were wrong. She's like, you were fucked up. You don't
Yeah.
even know. And I
You're
was like,
like-
I think I was right.
Yeah, like I think I still had the threads of a correct argument.
Yeah.
I might have been repeating myself here and there, but that doesn't matter.
Yeah. I might have been scream repeating myself for 3 straight hours. I told you I didn't want to walk that way. I told you.
I'm not going to the bookstore.
That was one fight.
I got in tons of. We went there. That was a nonstop fight until the game. Once you saw the magic of the kickoff, we had a good
Once
time.
you saw the Irish take the field.
And there was an old couple I think that was trying to swing. There's an old couple that kept inviting, like, come stay at our house. And I was like,
Yeah.
see, that's nice. I'm like, let's
You're
go
trying
back.
to fuck us.
Let's go back to the house. This guy's
Trying to
gonna
fuck me in my
This guy's
mouth.
gonna fuck me in front of you, and I don't want to have it.
Yeah.
Dude. And I'm not in a position to defend myself right now.
True.
This guy's gonna kebab me, dude. And it's just gonna be you and his wife having a good old time.
You got bummed, dude.
If I got kebabbed out in fucking Indiana,
South Bend?
South Bend, that'd be tough, dude. It's probably
People
a nice house though.
Probably.
I feel like the houses out there are probably like very pleasant.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
South Bend's shitty, but yes. Around
Yeah.
Notre Dame, definitely.
South Bend's fucked up.
The town, yeah, it's shitty.
Is it like old coal miner town?
It's like Harrisburg.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I was surprised. I was shocked at the state of our capital.
What do you mean?
The capital is in total disarray when I went to Harrisburg that one time. Dudes are getting pepper sprayed and shit.
Oh, when we got pepper
Yeah.
sprayed on 2nd Street?
Yeah, dude.
Oh, that's
Our capital. I mean,
That's what happens. Bro.
I might start going around like those Jesus dudes, like, this is our capital.
They're there.
This is who? The
They go
Jesus
there.
dudes?
The
or
Jesus dudes go to the
I might
Capitol.
be a capital freak. Just be
Oh,
like,
you
have
might-
some respect for this capital.
Yeah.
Just like a civic doomer. It's going
Do
up.
that
and
on
be like,
2nd Street.
I might.
Like when everyone's partying, be like, do you even realize what types of laws are being passed only a football field away?
Yeah, dude.
You motherfucker. You don't even know.
Oh, dude.
You don't even know how old Brian Laundrie
At least
was.
you kept it amicable. That's nice that you're able to be
It
come
was
on,
it
babe.
was so funny that I was not mad.
Yeah.
I was just like, wait, what?
That's the key, dude.
What?
That's the absolute secret level of Westworld when you just go like, I don't know what you're doing. I'm not doing this.
She's usually good about it. One time she tried to fake cry, and I called her on it, and it was very funny. She started laughing.
Dude, it's crazy.
They're wild.
You can't, I'm telling you, you
I'm
have
like, wait,
to,
what do you do? You're crying right now?
You have
I
to let
know
them-
you're not crying.
you can't hold them to bro standards, dude. That's the number one mistake
Because it was
people
such
make.
a bad acting
Yeah.
cry. She was like, but and then you were mean to me. And I was like, that's not real.
That's not even a thing.
You're trying to cry right now. What are you doing?
You pierce the veil.
Sometimes you have to. Every once in a while, you try to call their bluff, and they're really crying.
True.
Like, you're not really crying. She's like,
Dude.
All right, sorry.
There's nothing worse.
They're crying, babe.
Girl, when babes cry, I instantly I'm done. I can't do anything. I'm just like, you win, fucking, I'm done.
You have to
I
leave
quit.
the room.
I quit. You walk out.
That's the move. If they
Get
start
yourself
crying,
together.
if they start crying, you say, I'm not going to be a part of this weakness.
True. I'm getting out of here. Yeah, dude.
I don't want that to spread to me.
Yeah, or maybe just a fucking soft kiss on the forehead and be like, get yourself together. Bitch.
Oh, dude, my dad cried at Thanksgiving.
Did he really?
Yeah.
What did he cry on?
He was supposed to say grace. And he's like, and thank you, God, for all these beautiful children in our lives. I was like, Dad, you bitch.
He's such a sweetheart,
You
bro.
cried? Phil cried.
Dude, that's such
He was thinking about all his new grandchildren.
And he just cried on it. That's a beautiful Thanksgiving, dude. He welled up.
What do you think of that, motherfucker?
Did he ever cry for you guys?
Probably.
Also, he's in later years, so it's like you do get a lot more.
Yeah, and he's got four grandkids now.
Yeah,
And he spends all day with them.
You get pretty sensitive,
Yeah.
bro. Got to give the old man. Dude, I was thinking about that too. How everyone who has kids tries to talk everyone who doesn't have kids. But fuck, you guys have to have it. It's the craziest thing to try to sign people up for. It's insanity to be like, when are you guys going to spit a couple
When
out?
are you gonna have a kid? It's like,
I'm telling you, it is fun. It is joyous. But to be like, at the level people are like, how many people did it to me of like, yo, you guys have some kid. You do it and you're like, dude, they fucking cut my wife open, dude.
oh,
It's like, you're signing me up for what?
bro.
That's just level one.
My
And then
friend
it's
was
just
telling me
like,
about his lady. She got a C-section, and while they were pulling the child out, the child had crapped. In the wound, it got like deathly infected.
yeah.
This woman had to have like several surgeries. She was like dying, and my friend
dude.
is the father, and he was just watching his bae. Like he said, he like walked into the room, and she was like green, like laying there, like I need to go to the doctor,
Dude, it's like,
It's infected. He was like, "Oh my god!"
we've made a lot of advances, but childbirth does take, even if it's only for a split second, it takes you back to like fucking 10,000 BC where you're just like, this could go very wrong.
Yeah.
It's probably way scarier back then, but dude, it's like,
wild back then.
I mean, dude. Yeah, dude. You would knock your bae up and there was like a fucking coin flip.
Solid
she was going
chance
to make
she's
it.
gonna die.
Coin flip, dude.
Yeah.
Coin flip.
And the Chirin is also probably gonna
Chirin
die.
just becomes legend, obviously. If the woman's
Yes.
like, look after him, it's like, well, this guy will become a great fucking
he's gonna be awesome.
Jedi or whatever.
Or I'm gonna hold it against him his entire life. I'm like,
True.
You killed my fucking wife.
Kill
you
my wife,
piece
you
of shit.
fucking asshole.
You
Yeah,
don't
but then
even
you
know.
get to marry like your 14-year-old cousin, so you know you don't want
That's
to
a
look. You don't want
jackpot.
to look a gift horse in the mouth, dude.
True. I just saw that babe at Thanksgiving. She's looking right. I just saw that kid.
You're at the festival. You're like you're scheming. You're like she might not make it through childbirth. That's such a horrendous thing to say.
What?
Just scheming on your fucking
Praying that your wife doesn't survive
so you
childbirth.
have sex with your young cousin.
You see a 14-year-old walk there.
You wait till your son comes of age to give him the ultimate high five. Son,
Well,
I wanted you to reach age so we can have this, but high five.
you hooked it up, dude.
You fucking.
I don't know if you know this. You didn't even know what you were doing. You got your paw some good pussy. Now that's a podcast. I apologize.
Dude, this thing obviously blocked me.
That
The
could've-
sonic force field I left up here was not going to let that thing hit me.
Yeah.
That didn't even hit the metal, dude. It was actually like right in front of my nose, and I actually
Really?
fell asleep for a second.
I'd like to kill you. I wish you would
You
die
want me
during
to die?
childbirth.
I might die of childbirth.
And then I'll fuck Sean.
I wonder how many dads died during childbirth. They were just like, oh.
Probably a lot of heart attacks.
True.
But that's a very stressful thing. Don't dudes faint constantly.
That's true.
Yeah.
Damn fucking Bateman, dude, who faint when they see blood. Fucking, ugh. You can't faint. That would suck, dude. If you're the
I
wife
don't
and
get
you're,
dudes that faint when they see blood.
yeah, dude, they were the guys that weren't allowed
I
in
kind of
battle.
like when I'm bleeding severely.
Do you really?
Yeah.
So you're fucking. You come from probably glorious stock.
If
dude.
I see like a huge cut, I'm like, yo,
You
this is
saw
wild.
mine, dude. You saw mine. Mine.
Yeah.
I was
I felt
gushing
nothing.
blood. I know. It's the voice of reason, dude. You might be a fucking banner carrier, dude. Just an ancient
Just a
warrior.
flag guy.
Just an ancient warrior. No, I'm saying
We're
like
going slow.
you pick up the flag.
Yeah.
Once the flag guy drops, everyone's like, "What the hell?" You probably grabbed it. Your ancestors probably
Yeah,
grabbed
guys.
the flag.
Dude, I heard some great stories about Ajax.
What?
He got a funny haircut when you guys were at Fogo de Chao. Do you remember that? Yeah, dude. I don't know if we're allowed
He
to
had
go
a,
into
you
it.
can go into it. He had
It's
a Swedish,
the funniest
He had a
story.
Swedish haircut. He for some reason copped like a Swede boy.
Yeah.
It was
He did
insane.
a full Amish, like,
Yeah, dude, he did the bowl. He bowled out.
and can we say why, or is that bad?
I have no idea why.
What was the celebration for? Do you remember why you guys were at Fogo de Chao with him?
Oh, he was going. He had to do a bid, bro.
He had to go to jail. So he got a Swedish haircut.
We just said no.
Cuskers took him to Fogo de Chao the night before jail. And he showed up with a fucking bowl cut. They were like, what the fuck's that? He's like, I had to get a cut for jail.
That's the way to go in on the inside, bro.
I know, just
To catch
fully
a bowl?
retarded.
I forgot he got a bowl, bro.
He got a fucking Amish bowl.
He bowled up.
He ate as much steak as he could and went to jail the next day.
Also, free my other boy. My other boy's doing a holiday DUI bid.
Nice.
Free my other boy. I'm trying to visit him, man. It's a pain in the fucking ass.
You know what's funny though is they said they offered him he could do weekends.
No,
And he was like,
you gotta do
nah,
it
fuck
straight
it.
through,
Let's
bro.
just get it right over with. He was like, I'll do 90 straight days.
All the goats, dude.
Yeah.
Dude, no, a year of weekends is hell. You just get it. You fucking bang it out. I'm telling you, a year of weekends. I just talked to my boy who did this.
Hambone was doing weekend jail.
Dude,
you
it's
remember that guy?
fucking hell, man.
Yeah, he'd have to drive. He'd be like, all right, fellas, I'll see you. And have to go drive himself to jail every
Go
weekend.
drive myself to jail for the
and
weekend.
then just go sleep on a cot at like a county prison every weekend.
I mean, if you show up for one weekend, clearly you learned your lesson. You can show. You don't have to go. That's ridiculous, dude. That's ridiculous. Yeah, dude. The Aston PD beat the fuck out of my boy. He's an old man.
yeah,
he's old.
He's the one in.
Yeah, he's my boy, dude. He's gone. I'm fucking waiting. I'm trying to visit him. They're giving me a bunch of bullshit about getting on the list. It's fucking nonsense, dude. His lady tried to show up, and they're trying to say like her shoes were too revealing.
Yeah.
They don't want you wearing, you know.
Fellas will whack their penises off if they see some feet.
Bro, it's bullshit. I mean, dude, Aston PD, I don't, you know. Obviously, I'm
have a bone to pick.
thin blue line, but dude, that's not the way you conduct yourself as an officer. I saw the footage, bro. That's
They
not
whooped
how
his
you do
ass?
it. Bro, it's on camera. They whooped his fucking ass. An old man beat his ass.
What was he doing?
Fucking blacked out, dude. Look,
It
it was COVID. They're putting out the slushies. Nobody knew how strong those slushies were. And, you know, some of us have fucking diabetes. So you take like 3 of those down, you black out from like the whatever alcohol they put in them. The diabetes starts acting up.
Next thing you know, you
Tire comes off the truck. You're driving down.
Rodney Kinged.
You're getting fucking kinged up, dude. Dude, that was the fair. To be fair, it's like you're a geese. You don't know what these slushies are all about. You sip 3 of them, you're blacked out. Everyone was blacking out. All the geezers were blacking out from slushies. That was a dark period, dude. When everyone was drinking outside with those slushies during COVID.
I don't remember slushies.
Dude, they had them where you could. You were what? No. You could pull up and take. You could go to like to keep bars alive.
Bars.
They started doing slushies to go, so you could pull up, cop slush, and then just drive off. You don't think you're not going to take a sip? Who among us is not going to take a sip of a slushie until you get? Nobody's getting into their house and being like, "Finally, I can have this slushie."
I got a sandwich on the way here.
Where
I was
is
like,
it?
I should bring
Where
it.
is it?
I didn't start the car.
Exactly.
I listened to. That's why I was late. I apologize.
Who among us, dude?
I listened to biblical revelations
Nice.
and ate a sandwich.
Fuck yeah. That's good listening.
I literally, when they handed me the sandwich, I was like, I'm going to take this to Billy's. I got to eat it there. I got to get there on time. I sat down. I was like, I'm going to have a bite.
I'm not gonna make the, you know, 'cause especially when like the lunch meat makes the roll all kind
you
of
can't
wet.
have a soggy sandwich.
Nah, man, I gotta eat that fresh. But yeah, dude, who amongst us, when they passed that bill, they knew what they were doing.
They knew exactly.
That's DUI city. Did you hear overdoses? They finally got the numbers on drug overdoses 2020 to 2021.
I bet they're pretty high.
100,000, dude. 100,000. I don't know if that's fatal or just reported overdoses.
No, it's got to be fatal.
I think it's fatal, bro. 100,000. Now here's what they're saying, and I don't know if you remember this. Remember I don't know if it was a year or 2 ago. I was like, dude, black people are about to start getting crushed by pain pills. I was trying. Dude, all my bros I know who are getting into the perks who are black. I was like, dudes, you don't know what you're doing. Leave these things be.
Leave them to the whites.
We did this. This did not go well. And I don't think you guys are taking these things like they're nothing. And they lead to heroin. Oh, dude, man, you know, all this shit. I'm like, no, I'm telling you, dude.
Yeah.
This isn't cool. Migos isn't, you know, they like dudes would like tell me like, yeah, but like what about like Meek Mill pops? I'm like, yeah, he's going to jail for dirt bike stuff, dude. That's not the dude you need life advice from, dude. So he now they're spinning it because they're like they didn't want that to come out like because it's like, you know, you don't want anything to make the lockdowns look bad.
Yeah.
100,000 people dead from the fucking dude from overdoses. Which again, where did that come from? Remember when all of a sudden like the same companies that are saving us were like, oh yeah, here, you're going to have heroin, by the way.
Yeah.
The people we're trusting our health advice with gave us heroin. And now they're saying it's disproportionately affecting black people and Latinos. That's because all the white people who would do it are dead from it. So it's like, they're like, well, now the numbers are creeping up. So now it's like, that's hitting them real hard. And they're turning the surge in opiate overdoses into a racial issue. And it's
Of course.
you motherfuckers, dude.
Of course they are.
You motherfucking weasels.
They're pretty good.
It has nothing to do with the fact that you sold heroin
Yeah.
to everybody, claiming it wasn't addictive. And all of a sudden, it's like, well, this is all because of racism. And it's like, dude, I read that and I was just like,
It's a good move. Sell people
the optics are
deadly
strong.
drugs and then be like, you guys are being racist. Sorry, wait, what happened? I can't believe how racist you guys are being. 100,000 dead? That's pretty racist.
It's
of
crazy.
you guys.
It's fucked up.
Not us.
It's crazy. It's fucking crazy, man. I read that and I was like, motherfuckers, dude. And I try to warn my bros. I said, guys, dude, I know
Don't.
you think the Migos are cool and all this shit, but like, I'm telling you, these things are wildly addictive.
To be honest, though, there were a lot of people that were being pretty racist about it.
The what?
I remember some black people
Oh,
in the black
about the
community were
opiate
like,
shit?
oh, now that it's white people, you got a problem with it. It's like,
Oh,
no,
yeah.
this is a pretty serious problem.
Dude, that was my argument.
And
in
guess what? Now it's come to you guys.
Oh, it's fucking.
And I bet we all care the same because it's not racist.
Bro, they're going to have that's going to skyrocket. That's going to skyrocket up, dude. That's like, because the whites got hit with it. And it just,
The white people.
it just goes out.
White people.
Dude, so when I was in graduate school, they talked about that. They're like, well, nobody cared about crack, but everyone cared about opiates. And I'm like, dude, it's different though. Like, your doctor didn't give you crack. Now, if you want to talk about the CIA infiltrating black, and like, dude, no one
Yeah.
wanted to get on that. I'll be like, I'll give it to you. The CIA infiltrated black communities. Dude, all the honks would just be like, well, yeah, dude, don't give me. I love these
It's fun
things,
to do
dude.
that, though. That's my favorite part. Let's end this one and go.
Where are we at?
We're at 108, but we did 104 technically.
That's fine. That's a perfect episode.
Don't split fucking hairs, Guardian. I'm kidding.
Sean, you acted like a fucking piece of shit last night. You want to know something, though, for real? You acted like a sack of shit.
Fuck, dude.
You should have seen him out there.
He was wilding out.
We were sitting up in that upstairs bar so you could see the sidewalk out
Yeah.
front. We got a new Lemaire, dude. We got a new Mr. Cool when you and me aren't around.
Really?
Guard dog holds it down.
Holding court.
I heard him out there. He was like, yeah, I wrote all of Shane's roast jokes on that thing. And I was like, you wrote fucking one of them, dude.
Damn.
I grabbed him by his ear out front.
You said
he didn't know I was
you
there.
twisted his ear
I
up.
said, get in here, mister. Sat him down. I said, let me see your phone. Show us pictures of that girl.
I want to bring that back, dude. I think kids, people have stopped hitting kids, but we got to get back into like ear twist hair. My dad was a big hair
I
puller.
used to get the back of the neck like that.
Yeah, dude.
dig in on the
that
back.
fucking sucked.
Yeah.
Yeah, kids need it, man. I'm watching kids just get absolutely pussyfied.
I'm going to yank guard dog's ear next time I hear him bragging.
twist his hair, dude. A hair pull fucking stunk.
Hair pull's crazy.
My dad would grab our hair and he'd be like, get
God
over here.
damn.
Dude, it sucked.
That's because you guys were a bunch of long hairs.
Dude,
Like the hippies.
my dad would make my brother cut it. He would go like this. My brother would my dad pull his bangs down and go, cut him over. My dad would be like, I don't want to fucking cut it. Because they were trying to go like a Fish concert. My dad would be like, cut your fucking hair, dude.
Cut your hair.
Tom, like, my bangs are here. My dad would pull them down. Like, they're past your goddamn eyes. Mayor, cut them. My mom would fucking hit snot, dude.
Give him the bowl.
Give him
Give him the Ajax. The Ajax prison
Give him
cut.
the Dutch boy. Yo, if you hit prison with a bowl, bro, nobody's fucking with you.
Especially he's huge.
He's a big boy.
Going in with an Amish bowl, like a bob. Spud likened it to like an actual knight. Like he looked like a medieval knight. Like it was like that. And then
He's about to do a bid, dude. He's like a friar.
yeah.
Let's hit the page.
All right.
Fuck.
You have a lot of growing up to do.